Just a few minutes away from starting tonight's racing. It's a 6:30 start for a Friday night, a little early because we've got our youngest juniors for Junior Takeover weekend here to kick things off for us first. We'll be starting with them very soon. We got ourselves a junior-only Marymoor Crawl, the Kiddie Kilo, of course, and some more great racing all night. Two Bums Shaved Ice is ready to help cool you off if you need a fresh treat this evening. We've got fantastic burrito and tacos out of the food truck here behind the grandstands as well. Postdoc Brewing and Winsome Cidery, our two beverage sponsors for 2026, are pouring once again in tonight's beverage garden. Tonight's racing will be streamed live on our YouTube channel. Find the link now, velodrome.org/live. Even if you're not going to watch tonight, we would appreciate your subscribe or your thumbs up on tonight's broadcast to help support our nonprofit, trying to bring the good word about how fun track cycling can be to fans everywhere. And, of course, providing the service for our out-of-towners here for the Junior Takeover to be able to share with friends and family back at home, let them see what they're up to. The channel name is JB Velodrome. You can search it now as well on your smart device. Up on the track first will be our youngest competitors. We've got two groups in the Junior Ds. That's our 12 and under racing age group that'll be starting us off today. It'll be exciting to watch them kick things off first with their Chariot heats, followed by the Junior Cs in their Chariot heats. They'll be coming up in just a few more minutes. Track is closed. Athletes, please exit on the back straight. Track is closed for warm-up. Track now closed. Thank you. Track closed. Athletes, please exit. Good afternoon, good evening to you out there. Thanks for tuning in to watch. We're here at the Velodrome with some great racing today. It's the Junior Takeover weekend, and our first session during this Friday night features some very young riders to start us off. Our Junior Takeovers, of course, is all about featuring the next generation of great speed and great racing here at our Velodrome. We've got riders from up and down the coast ready to throw down. Our first age group will be our youngest. We've got racing age 12 and younger racing today. Of course, we've got Junior Ds and Cs. We've got a Kiddie Kilo, Marymoor Mile, and all sorts of fun things coming up during today's race. Thank you for joining us, whether you're watching back later or you're joining in live. Don't be afraid to go down to those comments, leave a comment for us, go into the live chat, say hi, leave the thumbs up and subscribe, and thanks for watching. Getting our final instructions now for our first event tonight. Junior Ds in this first group. We've got Chariot heats to start out the program. These are qualifiers for later on.
The girls are going to go first.
Girls are first. All right, they're getting their poles ready now here, so we'll get started soon. Once again, welcome and thank you for joining us. This is our Friday night race program starting just a bit early. We wanted to give enough time to fit in all of the fun we've got planned for this evening. So we start just a little bit ahead of our normal schedule to fit in our youngest juniors coming up to the track first. Chariot racing up on the track to start, something we only really ever focus on with our youngest groups. We get to see them go around for a very fast one time around the track. They'll be qualifying first. The qualifying round is 2 up and 2 down. What that means is we got 2 riders from each of our heats will be racing for a major final, and 2 racers will be racing again for the minor final. Everybody here for the Junior Takeover is all about learning, despite the fact that it is a competition. Our athletes, of course, are going to be throwing down at that finish line. But it's all about learning. It's about getting faster, about getting smarter, about getting that feedback. So we want to make sure everybody gets all the opportunities. No one's getting eliminated along the way here. So our riders all will get 2 chances to race tonight in the Chariot. Tonight you're going to see a lot of the black and blue, of course, our local junior development team, but we're also going to be graced with the presence from riders from other velodromes on our side of the country over here. We're going to have up and down the West Coast representing. I think I saw the colors of Edge Cycling here as well, so we've got some further travelers as well. We've got folks coming into our velodrome to make Junior Takeover a great experience once again here in 2026. We've been doing this for the last couple of years now, doing this whole weekend of clinics, education, and junior-focused racing. It was a really good fit while we were hosting Junior Nats the previous couple of years, but we were doing it even before then. We really believe in this velodrome being a really great place to bring young riders to learn about this sport, to be supported. This is a fantastic educational velodrome, as you'll see here tonight. And now coming onto the track, here comes your first group. This is our first heat of 2 for the Junior Ds. We had enough in this age group that we split them up between the girls and the boys. We've got 2 heats each. So plenty of racing here for the young riders now getting lined up. On the outside, we got 6:05, Cadence Edwards. 6:21 next door is Emery Ludwig. 6:29 is Ivy Stiles. And 6:15, Eva Magidson down on the inside for this first time around, our qualifier. 2 up, 2 down. Reminder around the track, all feet and hands need to be on the other side of the railing, so let's just make sure we're keeping it safe all the way around the velodrome. Thank you so much. And one time around the track, here we go. Tap 2, move on to the major. Do not be shy, folks. This is your time to cheer. They only get 1 lap. As they come back around, we need to make sure we're making lots of noise here for our finishers. It looks like Ivy's leading the way down the back straight right now. Emery, next closest rider. Cadence trying to move up forward, but the lead out strong here from number 629. Styles still in control on this lap. The second effort from Magidson now coming on the home straight. Great drag race all around the track for Styles. 629 goes across the line first. Magidson second across the line. They'll race again for the major final. Well done to your first Chariot heat. Let's get our next group up now. Two locals versus one of our riders out of Victoria. Down there in the first spot, lane 1, number 619 is Katie Hussel out of Victoria. Next door, number 607 is Lilith Van Wossenhoef for the junior team here, the locals. There's the supporting group cheering from the home straight. And number 614, Madeline Godbout, also for the Jerry Baker Juniors race team, getting all locked in and ready for their start. Another quick lap here for the juniors, 2 into the major. Good start out of the sprinter's lane for the rider down there in position number 1. Katie Hussel leading the lap. Lilith chasing it down. Junior D boys, let's go. Get your bikes and head on over. All right, here we go. Look at this. They both qualify, but they're still racing. Nice work. Nice job all the way on the track. And Madeline getting the home crowd, making some noise. Nice job. And we'll continue on here in just a moment. We're pulling for positions for our Junior D boys now coming up. Need a holder or two if there's some folks around to help. And off we go. We got one rider here from Triple Shot down there in the sprinters lane. Number 630 is Max Styles. Three of the locals, number 624, Zubin Nathwani, Royce Chan, number 608, and David Berkovich, number 604 in this heat. Coming up next is our second heat, Leo Wilson's Augustus Brown Howard, Diego Avery, and Cameron Nathwani. Group C's, our C juniors should be getting ready to go. It's in heat one is Javi, Owen Fuller, Sparsh Patel, Rowan, and Caden. Heat B is Gavin, Owen, Aryan, Sebastian, and Thomas. Good speed from the front here for 624, and second across the line, 608. I've got Zubin and Royce moving towards the major final. All riders in the Junior C's Chariot heats should be heading in to get ready here. All Junior C's also heading on over for your start. Don't go too far, Junior D's. It's not going to be too long before this Junior Marymoor Crawl. And more racing for the youngsters. Up now is our second of two heats. For the Junior D boys, two riders advance to the major final from this group. It's Leo Wilson's down in lane number one for the local team getting us started. Two more on the Jerry Baker Juniors team here. Augustus Brown Howard, number 602. Cameron Nathwani, 623. And then we've got our out-of-towner, Diego Avery. I've gotten to watch many times race laps here at our track. He's moving his way up there, the rider in the orange helmet. Didn't get the strongest start compared to Leo, but he's making good ground here. Ooh, the sprint for second looking pretty good here through the turn. It's two riders up next door to each other. As we hit the home straight, who's going to find across the line? Diego's starting to advance on the outside. I think he's got it. Nice race through the turn there. Avery catches back up. And a good fight and climbing his way into that major. Nice work to all of our juniors. Yeah, there's the sprint. Good form all the way in. Junior C's now coming on up. We've got three heats in this group. I'm so busy here with so much information. I haven't even been able to check in with our live chat. I did get to say my friends from Australia are tuned in, so I got to say hi back. Good day to you, to our friends in Darwin. Always tuning in. Good to hear from y'all. Up now, our Junior C's. Three heats. Two riders advance to the major final from these heats as well, but all three riders that do not make it in the major final will continue to race in the next round as well. There'll be two different minor finals for those riders depending on their finishing order. First two advance to the major. And off we go for one quick lap. Big acceleration that might be rolling. That's getting moving through turn 1 and 2. Pulling away. That one's Jaden. All right, very good. Caden on the move, 4:57. Big lead for Caden now. The question is who's going to be second behind Caden? I'm watching the speed from Javi right now, trying to outspin his opponents. It looks like it's going to be Javi taking care of it out of the group. Caden with a very strong qualifier. Look out for him later on when we get to the major. Couple good throws there. 4:56 and 4:55 taking over the front right away. That's Ryan Sebastian and Chen Owen, I believe, are the two riders that start fighting out from the get-go. Big speed through the first big turn here. Pulling this thing apart quickly. Great acceleration and impressive move here. This should be a fun major final later on. Triple shot, throwing down, and the recovery for Fairbanks is almost enough. Not quite there. Owen Chen with the speedy lap takes that one. Second across the line, Sebastian. In your final heat now for this age group. 2 more to advance to the major to make a group of 6. We'll get to watch later on tonight. Junior Marymoor Crawl on deck.
Yes, so younger juniors. After this is your Marymoor Crawl, so we'll get you all to the rail. It'll be a shortened Marymoor Crawl. There's $20 to win. Someone donated for the crawl.
Younger juniors as in C's and D's only, yes? Another strong early leader, but the chase is still on here for the top 2. This is a contested qualifier here at the front. Another quick lap from one of the riders from Triple Shot. So Victoria showing up here with some good speed. 4:24, Ben Zhang second across the line to make your top 2 out of that group.
All right, so our Junior Marymoor Crawl, this would be 14 and under for this Marymoor Crawl. Yeah, look what Javi's doing. You're going to walk your bike up into corner 4, not necessarily in corner 4, be where the red chain is, and you're going to set up at that rail. It's probably going to be about a minute until that bell rings. If you put a foot down, you fall over, you touch the rail, you touch the blue band, you are out. It's okay, though. But whoever is left, it is then a 1-lap scratch race. It's like the Chariot you just did, but a little more silly. All right, juniors, you can go in front of Cadence. We're testing our traction limit over here. Like I said, there's room at the front, juniors. Or you can go buddy up with somebody next to them. You got to get on the rail. You got to get on the rail.
That's a lot of kids in the crawl.
Like I said, they're testing the traction limit. All right, are we getting it back there? Is that Mila? It is. Be safe. And then you got to get clipped in. Okay, so there is a lot of people at the rails, juniors. If you can't get clipped in, come to the front. A lot of people at the rail. They're going to have a lot of dollar bills. Please be safe while trying to accumulate money. Even my son has $1. It's like stealing money from a baby. Woo! Traction limit. All right, people, come to the front. Sebastian, to the front. To the front. If you can track stand, you'll do well. People that cannot track stand, good luck. Come to the front.
This is a good opportunity to see how many young riders we have here overall this weekend, because I bet almost all of them are up here, right? This has got to be basically all the kids.
There's a few that were a little too little.
So it's, I mean, that's what we said, 28 at the rails, what I heard on the radio chatter. So it's 30-some kids here under the age of 14 and younger are competing this weekend.
There's like 60 total kids. All right, are we all ready? When I say roll off, when we hear the whistle, you need to safely get off the rail. Once again, you can't touch the rail, you can't touch the blue band, you can't cross the finish line until that bell rings. Are we ready? All right, on the whistle. Roll off. Like I said, there's a bunch of dollar bills up there. Woo! Josh, that's Owen. My goodness. They are hunting for money.
Or like our cheeky friends in Australia said, no, you cannot lean on another person either.
Oh, you can lean on another person. By all means, you can get creative.
Oh. We're going to allow that. Let's see it, kids. Get creative indeed.
Oh, there's money down there.
There's definitely like cutting people off.
If you are putting your foot down, you touch the rail, you are out.
I love watching people cut others off. That's a good one.
Oh, well, yeah, they're stopped at the rail. So it looks like Cadence and Madeline are out. Let's go up here. Max, you can track stand, right?
Don't go too fast, guys. No bell yet.
I have one of our younger riders here. Max, where are you from?
Victoria.
Welcome to our track. How do you like our track so far?
It's fun.
He's very quick as well. People are missing on money up here. I don't know. Oh, there's a pile up at the finish. We are not ringing the bell anytime soon. Don't touch the rail, oh, you're out.
Oh, geez. Ah.
I have Matthew back here. Matthew, where are you from?
I'm from Victoria.
Victoria kids know what's up.
There's the bell.
Wow! I wasn't even warned. Oh, my goodness.
Whoa. Here we go. Uh-oh.
All right, let's get off the apron here. Juniors, safely go off the apron.
You might have been talking to the winner there, Amar.
Of course I was. It was good luck.
Although here comes the counterpunch. The race ain't over yet.
There's $20 to win on top of this.
20 whole dollars. Look out.
American dollars, to be clear. Apparently,
oh my
there's
goodness.
a significant
USD.
Ooh!
Triple shot of the front, 458. Your first rider across, Matthew Ishikawa, the winner of the Junior Marymoor Crawl.
Those kids are fast. All right, now it is a very quick turnaround, so I need the Junior D. Oh, we got to have one more. Junior D girls. So our younger girl group, grab a quick water, and then you guys are already up to the top rail. So Eva, Cadence, Katie, Emery, Madeline, Lilith. There's 7 of you. So the younger girl group to the top rail up here. They're juniors. They don't need any rest. There we go. I see Cadence getting ready. I need Ivy. Ivy. Emery. You're up. Girls are up already. Rapid fire racing. And I'm missing one more. Oh, Katie. Where's Katie? Oh, yeah. Ivy up here. Katie up here. Max, come on in. You guys will be next. Katie, you're all the way up here at the rail, unless you want water. Roll off the rail. You're going to follow Eva up in the front. You guys are going to bunch up high on the track. This is your neutral. Eva, go faster, please. Eva, go faster. I don't want them falling in corner 1. Keeping us on our toes. So this is our younger junior girls group. And a chance to race against 7 girls your age is not common. This is a very cool experience for them. This is a 4-lap scratch race. And Corey, how many and how much are the preems?
One $20 preem will be coming out during this race. $20.
Woo! Like, I have a feeling if I was a kid, I might go for the money and not the win. But maybe that's me.
I mean, that's a good chunk of change. As Amar was saying, they're in the neutral. If you're a regular fan here, you've seen plenty of this. Scratch race, 4 laps. We'll find the winner at the end, but maybe the real winner is who's picking up the $20. I get to choose when to ring the bell over these laps. So the kids will have to listen to the bell from up here to know when it's time to go for the cash prize. There's your whistle, which means racing's underway. 4 to go. 4 to go. I believe that's Katie taking off right away. Katie Halsell, from Victoria, BC, riding tonight in number 619. With the orange bike frame off the front of the group right now. The red helmet, one of our local riders, that's Lilith responding, trying to get back up onto that wheel quickly. And the rider's saying for you to go, and the bell for $20 cash. $20 cash to lead the lap. $20 cash to lead the lap. Lilith already on the attack. Good time for the bell to be ringing for the local rider. Hustle in a tough position here, about 2 or 3 bike lengths back. Lilith just going on full speed right now, trying to hold off the charge for the rest of these speedy junior girls who are still keeping it close on the same lap here, not too far behind. As Amar mentioned, it's excellent just to even have these fields where these kids can race with a similar age group, their similar skill level, and have this kind of competition. Lilith on charge of the race right now. Can we carry this momentum to the finish? 2 more laps of racing, 2 to go, 2 to go. Hustle still in a good spot. Here comes the chasing field. 629 has been on the lead with the group here. Ivy Styles. There's Cadence right behind, and Eva. I think the 3 of them are going to start catching up here. As it looks like the gas is out and spent for Lilith at this point. Halsol's catching now. The field starting to work their way back up towards the front too. Here goes Eva now.
But $20.
Lilith already feels like you got the win. Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Eva jumps up. Cadence follows the wheel. Now it's got two of the Jerry Baker Jr. riders starting to think about taking over near the front.
Ooh, and they're going into the bell.
Lilith on the front, but here comes the bell, and no movement yet. She's just catching her breath, though. She's got another effort in her. Halsol also speeding up. Magidson and Edwards have found the wheel and are up here at the front of the race. Bell's ringing for one to go. Also for number 621, that's Emery Ludwig doing an excellent race. Madeline's getting some help on the home straight from the crowd as well. Down the back straight, the sprint is going. Here we go. Halsol's leading the way right now. Your Victoria racer got recovered in that group and is ready to attack again. Eva's trying to cover this move. Edwards losing a little bit of ground. It's now Magidson coming onto the home straight, trying to show a little bit of endurance here, a little grit to get the finish. Eva coming around to the home straight. Katie, it'll be Eva above the red line by about a bike when it's all said and done. Halsol across the line second, and Edwards in third. Nice racing for all of our Junior D girls. We've got one more finisher still to cheer on as well. Stand by for our Junior D boys coming up next. There you go. Great finish for the youngest of the Godbout family. Nice work to number 614. And that should do it. I think we are ready to start bringing up our next group. So Junior D boys, let's find our way to the rail. Junior D boys, to the rail for your start. Come on up. Same thing you saw from our previous group. We're going to do a scratch race. We got preems during this. We'll talk about it once we're all in position to get instructions. Junior D boys, all up to the rail for your race. Two preems, $10 each from up here. Two preems, $10 each. Riders away for the neutral. 4-lap race with two preems this time. Junior C's are up next. Thanks for being a part of our weekend. This is the Junior Takeover, the Friday night special edition here with the kids taking over the track all weekend long. We've got clinics and learning opportunities. Kids are out here earlier today getting instruction and opportunities to train on the track. They've got more work tomorrow morning, including some time trials. We're going to be broadcasting a 5 p.m. mass start event tomorrow just for juniors of all age groups. And then Sunday is a 2 p.m. sprint focus day. So we're going to be doing another broadcast on Sunday and bring another event for some racing for the kids this weekend. Looks like the group's still together. There's their signal to start racing. Racing's underway. And I got $10 to lead this lap. $10 to lead this lap. $10 to lead the lap. That'll get them hustling. Diego Avery moving up high into a good position. Should start crashing down to that sprinter's lane. And looks like he's going to be in control for the potential premier. And it will be 6:28 across the line for the cash. Diego Avery, 6:28. A warning, Zubin Nathwani for entering the sprinter's lane while occupied. 6:24. Zubin is a warning for entering that sprinter's lane while occupied. Be careful there in that movement down to the sprinter's lane. Look both ways and race safe out there today, kids. Riders coming around. We'll be seeing 2 to go as they cross the line. And I got another $10 to lead the lap at 2 to go. $10 to lead the lap. $10 to lead the lap. You got Zubin 624 on the lead of the lap right now. On his wheel is the winner of the first one, Diego Avery. And this thing's gotten pulled apart a little bit after that opening attack for the $10. These two pretty well matched down the back straight, though. Leo Wilson's just a few bike lengths behind the lead, too. Diego taking charge at the front now. And he's also going to be getting the bell as he comes around the corner. It's 1 to go, and the $10 going the way of Diego Avery on his way to win this race. Riding for Team Fremont, FEPC data. Our Californian team here. The Avery is a regular presence here in the summer months. Get to see them race on our track, and Diego looking real good here at Junior Takeover. Leo Wilson's chasing him down. He doesn't want to let this race get away. Look at this endurance from Wilson's. He's on the engine here. He's still rolling. He's still pushing. He's on the catch. He's hitting the home straight. The setting up the finishing pass. Whoa! You might have gotten the cash, but Wilson's ended up taking the win. That was a lot of energy spent getting those 2 preems. That might have been the difference between the 2 of them and how that finishing lap went there. Nice work to all the kids. Couple more athletes still rolling around that we're supporting here. Nice work to the junior boys. Nice job today. We'll get to see them all again one more time for their Chariot finals. One more rider on the track just now coming on the home straight. I think this is our last athlete of this group here. Showing off that nice frog bike and the great sprint form all the way in. Nicely done again. Junior C's now heading to the rail.
We are missing a handful. Come on. Junior C's. There we go. There should be 15 of you. 14. And Caden, you can roll right up. I believe that's all. And this is where it's like a mini nationals, a true regionals. This is a big field. And it's a really good opportunity, especially for our riders that are going to nationals in like 3 weeks. This is a good experience for them to race with this many other juniors.
Eight laps on the lap counter. As Amar was saying earlier, this looks like when you have a regional championship or a sort of a nationals level event and you get this many 14 and unders together at one place. Great to see a whole field able to really simulate that sort of national level competition for these kids to be up against athletes of their skill, of their size, of their amount of experience, and really get that experience together on our track. It's something that we really are proud to be able to do here for the Takeover. It's good to see this number of riders starting for today's scratch. This is going to be a fun one. 8 laps together. 2 times they're going to hear the bell from me for some preems, so that'll mix things up a little bit, just keeping it fun for them. Get that simulated kind of race environment a couple more times than just at the finish. And riders coming out of the neutral. Pretty quick looking neutral here. They are all together, so racing can start. One of the locals wants to take the opening lap here. Fairbanks moving up to the front, and one of his teammates takes it away from him very quickly. Joshua Hunter, number 406, moving up to the front now.
And as a reminder, these kids need to look before they move. Make sure the lane is available. I will be coaching from the mic.
That's the point of the whole weekend, I thought.
That is true.
We're like making a show out of like an educational experience here. I'll ring the bell now. $10 to lead this lap. $10 to lead this lap. $10 to lead the lap. $10 to lead the lap. Owen Chen for triple shot was on the front, was thinking about it, and he'll take the bait. We saw this in the Chariot, just how fast this kid can go. Nice attack here in the field. Way back there. I think that's going to be Fairbanks jumping up. If I'm not mistaken, from this side of the track. It's so far over there. $455 picks up the $10. That's going to be Owen. And the chasing rider was $424. That's Ben Zhang for the Jerry Baker Juniors. Not quite able to get up there. The field's starting to scramble a little bit up towards Owen, who's just going to keep cruising. So now we'll keep our eyes on this field. As Amara mentioned, this is not only a good opportunity for their practice, but they need to learn how to race predictably and safely with this many other kids around them. So this field's got a lot of good opportunities to learn for kids to get this opportunity about positioning in the field, when to work, when not to work. So all the stuff they've got to be thinking about here. At 5 to go, it's a short jump now up to the leader. He's still thinking about it, looks over his shoulder. 455 stays on it. There he abandons his speed. He's up above the blue line. And nope, that's a bit of a feint. He's back in it. He's going to force this field to catch him. And the field not doing the work just yet. Making somebody go off the front. I believe that's going to be Caden, number 457, taking over on the lead for the field now. Heading into turn 3, Caden on the front of the field, getting closer to striking distance as this group is seeing now 4 to go. 4 to go. Owen looking very strong up the front still. No one doing a ton of work to go get him just yet. Laps are cruising down here quickly. 4 to go. 4 to go. Field looking at each other, waiting for the next rider to go. I believe that's going to be another one of the Jerry Baker Jr. riders there in that red helmet. Could be Hunter again on the move. And let's give the leader of the lap $10 here again. $10 to lead this lap. $10 to lead this lap. $10 to lead the lap. $10 to lead the lap. They've let him out there too long. I'm going to give him both of the $10. You might as well. Can Owen get caught here? Hunter's starting to think about making the chase happen here, but it's a pretty big gap to have to bridge up. The amount of time he's got left before the $10 preem, and now it's really just thinking about this finish, I think, for this field.
Joshua, go over, Joshua. The field, go over these three. Owen, go up and over. You guys, you three stay low. The field goes over.
455 again for the $10. Owen Chen. The field riding over the top of these three riders. Nicely navigated. Heads up, moving around. Very, very well done. Hunter backs off of the attempt to chase. Owen has just been absolutely uncatchable here. He's turned this into a 2K time trial all by himself, just racing at 8 laps against those whole fields. You can't touch me. An impressive solo effort for this athlete. I think the field's going to start thinking about second place. Put your hands together for this young rider. What a great race he's having. Triple shot's going to get a good finish here out of him. The field getting the bell as well. 1 to go. The move is from this purple jersey. I got 456. Sebastian for Devo now off the front. Down the back straight. The fight for second place now really starting to come together. It's not the first move, it's not the second move, but now the third move that looks like it's going to stick. One rider moving their way out from the group. It will be your winner here today. We've been watching him off the front for so long. Owen Chen for triple shot. 458, second across the line for a triple shot as well. Matthew Ishikawa, and there's Javi Mejia for the Jerry Baker Juniors, taking third out of that bunch sprint.
Sprinting for every position, as they should. All right, we are, I believe, back round to our Chariot finals. We're going to start with the minor finals, then go to our major finals. We have one more on. Oh, we couldn't exit in time. Juniors. We went over this. That's okay. Juniors, remember, we all exit on the back. Yeah. All right, minor final is going to be up first. And this is also a good time, our Kiddie Kilos to be staging. We have 7 very tiny races, 7 one-lap races. Assume they're about a minute each. So Kiddie Kilo be staging. That is behind Beer Garden. There is age little brackets.
Stand by for just a little extra scoring time here, so we're going to be on hold for just a moment. Give our officials an opportunity. This has been fast and furious with all of the things going on here, these short races, and so much to sort out. So stand by for just a moment, catch your breath. Coming up onto the track is already, you can see our Junior D girls minor final for the Chariot. On deck will be the major. All juniors, please be ready for your Chariot races coming up here quickly.
And then for our adults after this, we do have our Kiddie Kilo, so that's at least like a 15, 20-minute break if you need to plan your warm-up. So once again, Kiddie Kilo riders are staging behind the beverage garden.
Now, there's a question I can answer on the live chat. When will we see the announcer in a race? Never.
You did it before.
I did do it before. You're right. It's not that I don't have any experience doing this. I'm not completely making up my perspective as an outsider.
Did you make it to Cat 4?
Yes. Not here, not on the track, though.
Oh, on road. Okay.
No, yeah. Plenty of Cat 4 racing on the road. But I think I only did like 1 or 2 novice nights, to be fair. I think that's as much as I did. I don't know. That's an eternity ago at this point. If you're out there enjoying the live stream, don't forget to hit that thumbs up and the subscribe button. It really does support us. Thanks for those of you out there who are watching. We put a lot of effort into making a really great product for you out there to enjoy, no matter where you're at. And if you're here at the park, you haven't checked out the YouTube, it would really help us out. JB Velodrome is the name of the channel. Don't be afraid to just tune in really quickly, just so you can see what we're doing. Hit a thumbs up and a share on the video. Really helps us out a lot. And if you want to use it as a way to ask a question, it's a great way to ask about what's going on here at the track, or if you have a question about what you're seeing in the racing, not a bad place to have a conversation. If I don't answer it, somebody on the live chat just might jump in and help. There's plenty of knowledgeable people watching our racing. Love to have you part of the community engaged here. How long have I been announcing? I believe I started announcing in like 2012, maybe. So yeah, nearly 15 years of experience doing this around here. All right, we're going. Racing underway. It was just enough time to get caught up. This is our minor final for the Junior D girls. On the move. Emery Ludwig on the lead of the lap. Cadence Edwards on the wheel. Onto the backside of the track now. Emery in the lead, still waiting. Can see a little bit, just looking out that rear view mirror, trying to see if there's any pressure coming. Edwards now up and out of the saddle, side by side, hitting the turn. Edwards starting to take over on the lap. Emery losing a little bit of position here. Still a good sprint coming onto the home straight. Our youngest group of girls here head to head. Oh, look at this. Woo! Emery will barely come back into it. Wow, what a fight. All the way to the finish. Edwards had the lead on the home straight and lost a little bit of gas there, hitting that finish line. Great recovery by Emery Ludwig. Great racing here for our youngest group today. And this is going to be our major final now, getting lined up. I've got enough time here. I can probably do my job while our kids are getting lined up. Down there in lane number 1 is number 629, Ivy Stiles. Next door, number 615, Eva Magidson. In lane 3, 619, Katie Halsall. And up in lane 4, number 607, Lilith Van Wassenhoven. Every time I say that name, I get a good cheer. I should say Lilith more often, shouldn't I? Here we go. One fast lap for this major final, getting ready for this start. There we go. The all-important throw to get things started. Ivy takes the early lead. Halsall's got good elevation, holding on to that elevation a little bit to help maybe with some acceleration, hitting the back straight. Still a good position for Ivy, who's got the better acceleration, but now the strength from Lilith coming down onto the back straight. Lilith catching in through the turn and setting up for what will likely be her race. Ivy coming way out of that sprinter's lane, not really impacting the race, but I think Lilith wanting to go around for safety here. Oh, Lilith will find this one. Great race from both of those two riders. All 4 of these competitors making it to the major final. Congrats and well done here today for our racing age 12 and under girls. Now for the 12 and under boys, our minor final coming onto the track. Down in lane 1, Augustus Brown Howard, number 602. Next door is number 630, Max Stiles. In lane 3, number 623, Cameron Ethwani. And up in lane 4, number 604, David Berkovich. Big jump from 630, takes the early lead. That's our rider in the colors of triple shot, it looks like, Max Stiles. Good looking form out of the bike saddle as well. He's got the smaller frame, so the acceleration's certainly going to be his ace here, but now here comes the charge from one of the larger kids in the group. Taking a little bit longer to get up to speed, but now nice catch coming around the corner here, head on the home straight. Good fast lap here. For our minor final, it'll be number 602, Augustus Brown Howard. Taking the minor final. Kiddie Kilo should all be in staged areas now. If you've not headed over for your staging, Kiddie Kilo participants, please make your way over for that staging. We are nearly ready to bring you out here. Now coming on track is the major final for the Junior D boys, our 12 and under race group. Zubin Nethwani, all the way out here on the outside. In lane 4 is number 608, Royce Chan. Next door, number 606, Leo Wilsons. Number 628 in the red, Diego Avery in lane 2. And finally down the sprinter's lane, number 624, Zubin Nethwani. Our 4 riders for the major final. Lining up through the turn here. This could be a good one. A little bit of space here. A small gap, but starting to get closed down. Ooh, this could be close. The sprinter's lane still has that advantage with the shorter distance, but now you're going to see the riders with that slipstream are going to start working around the corner, flattening out the race a little bit. Here we go. Ooh. And it looks like 628, Diego Avery will just barely take that one in a great sprint for the Junior D boys major final. Junior C's now coming up. We got Shoria Patel, number 627, out in lane 3. Number 612, Thomas Godbout in lane 2. And in the sprinter's lane is 450, Owen Fuller. Coming around the corner, it looks like Shoria has found the rear wheel here, and it's going to be a 2-up sprint heading through the turns. This is now our racing age 13 to 14-year-olds in one of their minor finals, hitting the home straight. Shoria is not quite able to come around the corner just yet. The red helmet holds on strong all the way around. It's Owen Fuller takes this heat. Our second minor final now coming up for their lineup. On deck, the major final, followed by the Kiddie Kilo. I hope. Yes, I got that right. Podiums for all Junior C's and D's will be happening as the Kiddie Kilo is exiting. So when you see the Kiddie Kilo kids asked to leave, we're going to start the process of podiums for our Junior C and D competitors. On the far outside, number 625 is Aryan Athwani. Number 617 next door, Walter Giddens. Number 406, Joshua Hunter in lane 3. Number 444 in lane 2 is Gavin Fairbanks. 626 in lane 2, pardon me, in the red is Sparsh Patel. And down there in the sprinter's lane, number 459, Rowan Newell. One of our riders up in the Portland area for Team Epic. In that sprinter's lane, number 459, got a pretty good start. Here comes the move from up top. That looks to be a move from Hunter now taking over the front. Josh Hunter on the lead of the lap. Good speed out of the middle of the field as Gavin Fairbanks is also putting in a good dig here to try to work his way back up to the front. I think he's got the finishing speed. Taking over on the lap as they hit the home straight for the minor final. Gavin Fairbanks, nice way to lock that one in on the backside of the track. Joshua Hunter with good acceleration sets up for a second place finish, and it's the rider out of Portland, third across the line. And now your final, the major final for the Junior C's. Now coming up on track. On deck is the Kiddie Kilo. On the far outside, 455. Lineup for triple shot is Owen Chen. Next door is number 458, Matthew Ishikawa, also for triple shot. Number 330, Javi Mejia, next door to him. Now for triple shot, number 457 is Caden Podrogovic. In lane 2, number 456, Sebastian Ryan. And way down low, a number I can't see. I have to really position myself for this one. Something 24, which is Ben Zhang for the Jerry Baker Juniors. 424, now I can see it. The major final for the Junior C's. This is a big one, way up top. We've been seeing the speed from Owen all night. I mean, come on. Owen Chen has been looking so good here, and Chen takes over right away. Can anybody catch him down the back straight? His teammate right behind him, Ishikawa, has been the next closest to his speed today, but Owen really showing a different set of gears here today. Nice top speed for the riders out of Victoria. They're both looking really good here tonight. Owen with a very fast lap. And, ooh, nice fight back for Caden there to get third across the line. Just got on top of the bike and really took charge on that one. Impressive work for our Junior C's here this evening. They'll X on the back straight.
All right, Kiddie Kilo is up. Can I have that first group?
This is part of the program. If you're not from our track, we've got about 15 to 20 minutes of kids, little kids on the track. So stand by for the fun that is the Kiddie Kilo. Riders, all racers are going to be on the somewhere in the infield hanging out.
My Jerry Baker Junior's kids, can you form my junior wall?
The living wall to keep them in place.
Yes, and someone go in the middle of the track just to be an anchor.
The Junior Takeover wouldn't be a Junior Takeover if we didn't also include our weekly standard Kiddie Kilo event that we do. Well over 100 young riders make their way out to the Velodrome every single week to participate in the fun lap around the track as part of our community building, including all this Redmond community, and our cycling family here is an important part of this Velodrome. Fun for the kids to see what they might want to be someday if they want to join us out here for some competitive cycling. It's a very fun place to be.
I'll say most of this group is old enough to do Camp Velo, which is fantastic. I know. Some people have already done it. They're so special. All right, this first group is going to do one super fast lap. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, you are. Here we go. Ready, set, go. Charlotte, don't run over, though. Stay down on that apron, please. There we go. Look before you move. Everything's the same as our older juniors. People are just off-roading it. I love it. Yeah, so they're going fast. And then we're going to have a couple juniors in the middle of the grass. Can I make sure I have a couple juniors in the middle as like a... Thank you. Oh, they're coming around fast. And we're going to have our next group up here getting ready. There we go. People near the finish line, watch out, though. They're going to come in fast. There we go. And you're going to turn left after the finish line and go into the grass. Don't hit people, please, though. There we go. Turn left into the grass. Don't hit people. Sometimes when you're looking through your phone, right, it's hard to see how fast they're going. Some of these kids are extremely fast. There we go. Once you finish your lap, go hang out in the infield. You just get one lap. I'm sorry. The key is to come out here when there's no one out here and just ride all you want.
I thought you were going to say it was to come every single Friday.
Hey, come every single Friday.
That's
the way
12
to go.
laps or something, right? I mean,
yeah. And then you get lots of stickers.
Lots of stickers, yep.
And I think we just got brand new Kiddie Kilo stickers, so you get a new color today.
But it's not every week you get 2 bums shaved ice, though, by the way.
Oh, shaved ice is the move.
I mean, come on.
Yeah. Little shaved ice, some tacos, bike racing. It's like a perfect evening. There we go, all the way, all the way.
That's the choice you have.
There we go, all the way, all the way, all the way. All right, just don't run over Drew, kids. There we go, stop right here.
After Kiddie Kilo, again, podiums for our junior C's and D's. So we'll present those once the Kiddie Kilo groups are all finished up. After that, we have the Marymoor Crawl, and then a whole bunch of racing for our regular Friday night program still coming up.
All right, so once again, we have one super fast lap. Just make sure we leave a room. One super fast lap, and then they're going to hang out in the infield. These set of juniors, are you ready?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, they're ready. Oh, watch out. Let's try not to be right in the middle. Here we go. Ready, set, go. One fast lap. The start is the hardest part. Oh, they did that pretty well. Just bouncing off a few people. There we go. Nice straight lines. All right, and here we want to kind of keep this area clear when they come by. For our Cap 4 field, Kiddie Kilo is exiting. We're going to do your rollout. We'll do a rider meeting, and we're going to do junior podiums. We're going to fill that time with good stuff. Nice work. All right, the parents that are right here, can we squeeze in, though? We're making this a very tight little course for them. Squeeze in. You have more faith in your children than I do. All right, squeeze on in. We're making this a very tight gap for them. There we go, nice straight lines. Yep, and turn in all the way to the grass. Woo! That is an epic face.
Cat 4s, we are going to call rollout immediately after the Kiddie Kilos. Again, I want to make sure that's heard clearly. Cat 4s, we will do rollout immediately following the Kiddie Kilo.
And for our out-of-state juniors, I believe you're all under the gear restriction, but it is a 48-15. For our Cat 4s that are out of state, you will be rolled out, and you for over, we will scramble to change your gear. It is a 48-15. I believe you all should be good. All right, I think we got one more and a runner. Billy and Tim, watch out. You guys got to squeeze in. All right, let's get that next group down. Vicky, send them. All right, so this group is doing one super fast lap. They look focused. We're just gonna send them. Here we go. Ready, set, go! One super fast lap. Ooh, can't lose the chain. There we go, stay down low on the track. Don't run into people, please. There we go, stay on the apron. And now spin to your heart's desire. Those little gears are so small. And those wheels are so small.
But you know what's not small?
Their hearts?
There you go.
Their spirit.
Their spirit, that's
There we
right. And their smiles. That part's really big too.
I will say this full lap for this younger age group is a lot. These kids will be tired. They're going to have earned their shaved ice. All right, looks like after this we have our push bikers, which is like the best part. So once again, after this, when we're having them exit, we're going to do Cat 4 rollout, we're going to do junior podiums, and a very, very quick rider meeting.
Training wheels and all. This is a great group to cheer on around the track. Nice work around the velodrome. Push bikers now getting lined up for their quick sprint down the home straight. After this, a number of things again will occur. So thank you, Cat Force, for being ready for your rollout to start here very quickly. We are going to forego a rider meeting. I think everybody here is pretty familiar with what's going on. So after the Cat 4 rollout is done, we're going to go straight into the crawl without a meeting.
Junior podiums in there somewhere too.
Yes, yes, yes.
All right, once again, if you missed it, they are just doing the straightaway here. It's like our push bike derby because they are all super focused. Spectators, are we ready for push bike derby? Can you put your hands together? Oh, they are. Ooh, we're so excited. Okay, wall, get ready to move. Here we go. Push bikers, ready, set, go! Go, go, go!
Wow. Nice job. Those some great smiles on those faces. Holy moly. Having too much fun. Some of them are still working on the word go back there at the beginning. That's okay. You know, I don't mind a little hesitation, a little bit of caution. There's a lot going on here.
All right, Cat 4s are starting the rollout.
At this time, I will call our families and all of our Kiddie Kilo participants to start making their way out from the inside of the velodrome. You're invited to make your way out. You can find the nearest exit anywhere near you. Jump the rail, go under the railing, through the exit or entrance gate, whichever way you want to call it. You can start making your way out. Thank you again so much. Junior C's and D's on the podiums. We'll be doing those here very soon. Stand by for those. And Kiddie Kilo participants can find their way to the exit, get their stickers, make their obligatory stop at Two Bums Shaved Ice for a little bit of reward here. Yum, yum. And we'll get this thing going. Hate to ask over the microphone, but I'm going to confirm it's still top 3 and it's omniums only for the junior D's and C's, I believe. So I think we're going to have 3 podiums, 3 deep.
We're going to go 5 deep.
5 deep? Okay.
Because they're juniors.
I love it. Okay.
Yep.
All right. So up first is our junior D girls. We put 5 on the podium. So I'm going to call 5 junior D girls for the podium. Hopefully we're all in position ready to get up there for our podium picture. Here we go. In 5th place, Cadence Edwards. In 4th place, Ivy Stiles. In 3rd place, Katie Halsell. In 2nd, Lilith van Hossenhoven. And in 1st, Eva Magidson.
1, 2, 3. Are you? Yeah. 3, 4. Third. Corey, who is 3rd? Katie or Ivy?
Katie's in 3rd. Ivy's
Katie's in
4th.
3rd. Cameron, watch out. All right, let's get Ivy on the podium. Katie and Lilith, you can get up there too. Eva, can we go? Oh, hold on. You get this, Eva. You got to go double hand up with. All right. Whew. What is going on here?
Congratulations to our junior D girls, top 5. Great racing today. Junior D boys, top 5, coming up next. Get ready. I go quick, as you can tell.
Do you have my money?
Here we go. In 5th place is Royce Chan. In 4th, Max Stiles. In 3rd, Zubin Nathwani. In 2nd, Leo Wilsons. And in 1st, Diego Avery.
And he's just handing out random snacks.
57, 58, and 55. The last, I think that some of our juniors over here need to still roll out.
Hands up!
57, 58, and 55 still need to check in for rollout procedures. Just heads up. I think they might be over here for podiums, you guys. So stand by. Okay, quick here for our junior C podiums. And we'll keep the night rolling. Junior C's top 5 in the Omnium. In 5th place, Sebastian Ryan. In 4th place, Kaden Poldrugbiak. In 3rd, Javi Mejia. In 2nd, Matthew Ishikawa. And in 1st, Owen Chen.
Owen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, 4th and 5th. Step on to the boxes.
They're learning how to race and how to do podiums this weekend, everybody. That's part of the learning experience. There you go.
Hands up.
Hands up, everybody. Make a smile.
Yay.
Don't look awkward. Look at the camera. Good job. All right. I need Owen, Matthew, and Kaden need to check in for rollout as well real quick. I know you were getting ready for your race here during your podiums. Stand by for those 3 to get their rollouts done. Rollouts required. Thanks for being with us again. This is the Junior Takeover Friday Night Racing Edition. The kids are here in big numbers, and part of this is that we actually have a category. We don't race every single Friday night. We have Cat 4s here today because we got a lot of juniors, but what's actually on deck right now is the Marymoor Crawl. A bunch of riders are getting ready to jump up for the crawl. They can head to corner 4 now. So if you're ready for the Marymoor Crawl, you may head to corner 4 now. Corner 4, go, go. Corner 4, go. They tune up my voice just like everybody else does. It's fine. This is an open crawl, so all competitors tonight are eligible to race in the crawl this evening.
Everyone over 15.
Fair enough.
Younger juniors, if you want to get out, now is a perfect time to sneak out. Younger juniors, sneak on out. This is going to be a longer crawl, between 3 and 4 minutes. I think it's, I don't know how much money. I think the junior crawl is worth more money. All right, like I said, younger juniors, if you want to try to sneak out, now is your time. There's a bunch of juniors double dipping because they're pros. Okay, everyone's getting up to the rail.
The slowest lap in track racing now. Again, this is our not youngest juniors version. So when I said open earlier, I should say the younger kids already had their chance. It's everybody else's shot now. So anybody registered to race tonight during the rest of the race program, this is your crawl opportunity. Amar said cash at the line with a question mark.
I don't know.
So there's cash. We just don't know how much.
There's something. Who won the junior crawl? Was that Matthew or Owen?
Owen.
Owen, I owe you another $20. Oh, I think he's in this race. I'll just hand it to him. Eric, was there prize money for the crawl? Where's Eric? I lost Eric. All right, are we ready? Billy, if we're ready, let's hear that whistle. All right, you got to get your hand off the bars, hand off the bars. Oh, you missed stealing money from a child.
Everybody at home was hearing the second voice, by the way. That's Amar Edwards.
Sorry.
Well, don't be sorry. It's like coach of the junior team and head coach of the junior team, I should say, and also program director here. So she's kind of running the show. That's why she's so involved. You hear her voice quite a lot during Junior Takeover.
Owen, I have your first crawl money. Owen, do you want to come grab your money? I have it right here. Owen, that's you in the back, right? Come get your money. You won the first crawl, right? No, that was Matthew.
Was it?
I'm just going to hand that to you.
Oh.
The easiest $21 ever.
I thought it was Owen. Bad memory. What can I say?
I'm trying to chase down some out-of-towners. Charlie, can you track stand?
No.
Okay, so we're walking and talking.
Exactly, yeah.
Good luck. Owen, how are you doing back here? No, yes.
Pretty good.
Can you track stand?
Nope.
Oh, don't get run over. Don't get run over.
It's getting busy up here.
There's a lot of people. Sebastian, can you track stand?
A little bit.
Come on, let's see it then. You gotta try to track stand a little bit. It's much easier on our track than like Burnaby. We are part of the track here. You gotta avoid us. All right. There's a lot of people up here. Also, it's still majority juniors. We have Quinn and Zach trying to steal money from kids, I think is what's happening. Oh, okay. This is like a real crawl, the long distance here. Our remaining adults, how we doing up here?
Bad.
Bad, okay. Go away. Zach, how are you doing?
Just fine.
Don't let Quinn hit you. This looks a little tight up here.
I got a head. I can hit him.
Just headbutt him out of the way a little bit. Thanks for coming up for Portland. And you're coming back up for the GP, right?
Absolutely. Had to get a day of riding in before the GP, so here we are.
Nice.
Next week, there's a bunch of crits in Everett next weekend, so Everett Performance Omnium, 3 crits in Everett next weekend. Don't miss it. Awesome event.
Okay, we're going to get out of the way. I think I'm getting signals. There's at least $20 for this win if there's not more. And just the glory. This is a small... Oh, we have... Harrison is still in. That's another adult. I consider him a junior sometimes. He was one of my original juniors. Oh! We are down to... like 6? Woo! Everyone just look at Caitlin. Everyone just make eye contact with Caitlin. Cameron, stay on one side or the other, bud. Woo.
This feels like a really long one for some reason.
She went to the time.
I think that, yeah, they're really milking this one.
Making them work
They
for
really
it.
are. Although Keegan looks pretty comfy. Look how calm he is. The Stars and Stripes over there, number 4. There's a bell. All right, here we go.
Oh! Woo, it's going to get tight. Woo.
Yeah.
When they all slam down
A lot of
on
Portland
each other.
energy here with Edison Clark Hoxie in the front position, number 443 for Team Epic. Zach Kavolchek is getting interviewed there at the rail. Another one of our Portland area riders for YBA now. Rocking and rolling on this lap. He had a good starting position. Keegan Fairbanks looking really strong here, too. He's on the catch right now.
Woo. This could be a
Fairbanks
photo finish in a
rolling it
crawl.
here.
We are going to have a close race.
Kavolchek by about a bike. Just ahead of number 4.
We take our Marymoor crawls very seriously, if you didn't know that. There's a real race out here. Woo.
That was a good one. Fairbanks just got a little bit of a slow start, had to catch up a little too long, but well raced for both him and Kavolchek in a fun crawl. All right, folks, this is another opportunity to kind of welcome you into what might be more like our normal Friday night experience. Our category-based racing, you're going to see some of our regular riders out here that you see every week, but some of this is a little bit new. For a normal Friday night, we don't usually have this next group coming up, which is our Cat 4 men. I believe the track is now open and ready for our next group to make their way up as long as the rail is closed here. Just going to make sure we can shut that thing down. Cat 4s are rolling up to their start now. Here they come.
I think we had a couple scratches. I think we're down to 18, but it's still a very large Cat 4 field.
If we could work to lower or remove tent tops for visibility across the middle of the track, that would be very helpful. It's mostly our own folks there, the kids' tents. We'll start working on that. Thank you. Cat 4 men now coming up for their start. 5-mile scratch race with preems. When you hear this sound from up here, it's a preem. There's 3 of them. They are worth $20 cash each. 3 preems tonight going out the way of our Cat 4 men during the 5-mile.
announcing, can I have some of my junior parents under the tents or some of my older juniors? All of those tents need to be broken down. Also, pick up your trash, please. There's a lot of trash over there, juniors. It's like a cave. So tents down, trash picked up, please.
See a question there on the live chat for Monday streaming. We do actually broadcast Monday Night Racing. It's only shared kind of within our own community. If you want to be a part of the internal community, we usually recommend people go join the Discord, which we do have. It's kind of meant for our active racer community. We have not been publicly posting Monday Night Races per sort of our current model and decision for how we want to publicize what we do here. It's a little bit more chill on a Monday night, but it is available for racers to rewatch, and we do share it internally, so thanks for the question. Currently, we also do not broadcast our Wednesday night race program in any way, shape, or form. We are the most active velodrome community in the country with the most number of events per year on our calendar, so there's a lot to broadcast with all the different things we're doing here. Riders in the neutral should be getting their start out of turn 4 here. Looks like they're close together. There's your signal, and racing's underway. 20 laps to go. Cat 4 man on a Friday night. Josh Hunter on the lead of the lap, number 406 to get things started. Scratch racing is a race for the finish line. A 5-mile distance. This is a good distance to start us off tonight for the Cat 4s. 20 total laps here today. Just long enough to be a bit of a mixed test of endurance and top speed. Cat 4s compete in our velodrome with gear restrictions. So one kind of thing that you'll notice out here is that the cadence of these riders is going to be matched. They're going to be all at that same gear ratio. It's going to make the playing field a little more even for our younger riders and for our earlier in their career riders. This kind of levels out the playing field a bit, working on tactics, maneuverability, your approach to the race, more than just how big your gear is to give yourself an early advantage. First couple laps here, group kind of sticking together, working their way through. When fields ride wide, they're going slower. So you can see right now taking up a little bit more of the track space in the early laps, just signaling that everybody's taking it a little bit easy for now. Still got plenty of distance to go. 18 showing on the lap counter right now. Some aggression here from the front. Two riders now moving their way away. We're seeing 17 to go, and let's see who our two breakaway riders are here as we come across on the home straight. One for the Taco Time race team, number 410.
It's going to be Market C, and you notice those are a handful of adults in this race. They're like, let's go, make this fast, make the juniors work. It's a solid strategy, really.
I might need more help on number 415's name based on the start list, but yes, Mark Leventriev for Taco Time.
C.
C.
Yep.
All right. C's rocking and rolling it here.
And here comes, I believe this is Eddie making a move up. And Eddie just won the 15-16 Road Race National Champion. So this is the National Champion as of like 3 days ago. Eddie just won the Road Race National Championship.
Wow.
Speedy kid.
We saw the jump he had in the crawl a bit ago. Obviously a disadvantage for his gearing when it comes to racing in this way, so you have to be ready for this particular one. But very nice. So the rider for Team Epic goes to the front. Epic, short for East Portland Youth Cycling, has become a mainstay of our summer. Riders riding up now frequently into the colors of YBA for some more adult riders. We've got Team Epic out of the Portland area showing up. Small gap here between two groups. We'll see if there's anybody in this back group willing to kind of bring this thing back together again. Are we already going to get a bit of a split? I feel like this would be an interesting time to throw out some cash to lead the lap. $20 to lead the lap. $20 to lead the lap. $20 to lead the lap. First rider across the line. This is making the front group actually slow down because they're looking at each other for the attack. And it's locked in all the way from the back of this group. I think that's the colors of Triple Shot. Working from the very back of the lead group. In fact, they slow up so much they let the race come back together again behind this. Let's see who picks up the first $20 prize here out of this field. Triple Shot's got, it's Ishikawa again, $458. He's going to be taking home a pretty good cash purse here this weekend. $443, there's Eddie again for Team Epic, working up towards the leaders. And as you saw, while that sprint was going on, the front group actually sat up and let the back group come back together again. The field rejoined themselves. So no split now in this field. Couple riders off the back. The rest of our starters are all together here. Seeing 12 to go. 12 to go. Peter Seelig, 445. Another rider out of Portland in the yellow at the front. Lead us on this lap. A lot of our Cat 4s are going to be riders that are local, that race on during our regular weekday race nights that we have here, but occasionally we'll make their way out on a Friday night. But tonight especially, we've got a lot of out-of-towners for all these kids that have made their way into Redmond to race today. Making this a dynamic field. Kind of fun to watch here tonight to see who's going to work their way to the top. At 11 to go, mostly still all together. Our live stream wizard there on the front, 488, is Dominic Clark for Metal Mountain Racing Team. Hometown is Ventura, California, though he lives up here now. The Californian turned Seattleite. He's been helping us out as a member of our board and also helping us on the live streams. If you're out there enjoying some of the improvements on the overlays and the feedback that we're getting out there, then he's going to be one you're going to want to cheer for here tonight. He pulls off the front and works his way towards the back of the field. Lots of rotations going on here at this stage. Let's throw one out again here. This is feeling a little stale. How about another $20 to lead the lap? $20 to lead this lap. $20 to lead the lap. Leventria was above the blue line. He was thinking about it. He gets it lined up now. He starts to take over at the front. Triple Shot has just been absolutely all over these sprints. They've got to be doing something. They're training up there in British Columbia. They've got some really speedy juniors. Great acceleration. Your road champ also trying to challenge here, but it looks like Triple Shot in position here. Whoa! Whoa! Almost got stolen at the line. I didn't want to give away too much information there. Owen barely gets it. You saw Eddie speeding for the $20, and if I think I had told Owen anything, he might have responded quicker. But he still manages to look over his shoulder and catch the rider from Team Epic. Now, your 15, 16-year-old junior champ here is off the front. The field's not responding immediately. Now you're starting to see a little bit of effort from the group as they're out in single file. .426 is pursuing for Liquid Velo. Preston Mui trying to bring this back up towards the leader. 4 riders just in front of what is the main field. 1 rider going down the lap. Everybody else still on the same lap with the leader here. A couple more might be caught here soon. Eddie sitting up high, letting the field catch at 7 to go. And this allows everything to kind of come back together again one more time. Ishikawa and Chen have just been looking so good since we saw them in the junior Cs. Now here we are again in the Cat 4s. Both of them looking very speedy in these sprints. Where, you know, the rider for Team Epic, Clark Hoxie, having a great season based on what he's been doing on the road and now coming here and looking very comfortable out here in this group. He might want to keep things quick or at least get aggressive on the next couple laps, you might imagine, just to kind of keep himself away from what is still a pretty big field here at 6 to go. Next move coming from up top is 415 in the black. There's C moving down into position. Taking over at the front of the lap just for a moment, swings up high looking for some help. Several of the juniors are right there with him. Still nothing of it though. Things slow back down into turn 3. The field still hesitating. Well ahead of this finish. Five to go, and this group's all flat and wide across the track right now. We're cruising. Where's the next move going to come? This group is quite large to have to want to wait all the way to the end. The bigger the group, the more about positioning and timing of your attack is going to be important. It's kind of sprinting out of a peloton here if you've got this many riders all together. At the blue line, there's Eddie moving forward a little bit. Up alongside of Preston Mui for Liquid Velo. I still have one more of these in my back pocket, so let's use it now. We've got $20 to lead the lap. $20 to lead the lap. $20 to lead the lap. $20. Leventriev again in position. Looking hungry for this one. He's got a pursuit and rider. 445 is Peter Seelig. Catches the wheel quickly. Here comes triple shot again. See the lineup of the kids. Heading down to the corner. Leventriev is about to be caught. There's the pass. Another good one. And I think it might be triple shot once again for taking home the cash. Triple shot must mean in some other language, I want the money. I don't know. It's Ishikawa, 458. Again. Does he have another one left in the tank to win this race? Not a lot of laps left to recover, but he's going to get back into this field, so still has plenty of opportunity to throw down at the finish. There's going to be seeing 2 to go, so not a lot of time for the youngster to recover one more time. You can see his body position is looking like he doesn't have another one. I mean, he actually falls off the back of the field, so he's here for the money. He did what he had to do. He's not even going to try for this finish. He is at the rail. All right, 2 to go, 2 to go. Clark Hoxie on the lead of the lap. Riders will be getting the bell. It's gotten very strung out here. It's still Clark Hoxie on the lead of the lap. In the controlling position, the rider for Team Epic on the lead of the lap as the bell's ringing. It's 1 to go. 1 to go. 1 to go. 403's been chasing all race long. It's Daniel Pagushin, the Penguin, for the local team in position. That's that rider with that silver helmet just above the red line, starting to work his way up towards the leader. Clark Hoxie still in control of the lead. The Penguin's starting to advance as well as one of his teammates also coming up alongside. 2 of the Jerry Baker Juniors in pursuit. Team Epic looking like he won't be denied. A very strong lap for the rider in black and pink. Team Epic, look at the sprint here. Whoa! Win it in front. If you're the road champ, you got to use that endurance well. Nicely ridden from Clark Hoxie today for the young riders. All day we've been watching Owen Chen pick up some victories here. He doesn't quite get it done out of the sprint, but he does win out of the rest of these riders behind in that chase up to Eddie. Second place for the rider from Triple Shot. Great finish for the juniors here today in the Cat 4s. No surprise that for the junior takeover, the kids take over in the Cat 4s. Making sure our riders are off the track nice and safe here before we call up our next group on deck. Our Cat 1-2 is about ready for their start. And things are clear. Let's bring our riders up. Cat 1-2s to the rail, please. Cat 1-2s to the rail, please. Today's 10-mile scratch race includes 3 preems for $50 cash each.
Nice little scramble here to get across. If you want to get across, now's the time. This is like a 20-minute race. You cannot cross during racing. I think we got everybody.
Riders into the neutral for this, our second scratch race of the night with preems for the Cat 1-2 men. 3 preems will come from the announcing stand, $50 each. Good looking group here again tonight, and it's fun to see a few more out-of-towners just kind of getting ready for the summer racing season for track. We've got the GP coming up soon. Our regular field looking good here this evening, and joined by long-standing competitor in our area, Zach Kovalchuk, to make things quicker tonight. We got the Stars and Stripes for Keegan Fairbanks lined up for the start today. I see at least one new joining member, an upgrade from the Cat 3s. I think Otis Hatfield is going to be our newest addition here tonight. So our Cat 1-2 is looking great here on a Friday night for this 40-lap scratch race now underway. YBA also adding a couple new members, not just Kovalchuk to the field this week, but also upgrading young rider Oscar Pleklo-Mariki, who last week had a great showing as a Cat 3 and has now worked his way in his first week as a Cat 1-2. So a couple of new members of the field overall tonight. Should make things fun and dynamic for us. A couple of new faces to see in this group. So they'll be test each other out here early on, kind of testing the water, seeing what the contest is going to feel like today, see where everybody's at. A couple of laps into it here, and a couple of quick rotations at the front. Still already pretty quick overall tempo. You see the group is nearly single file from the very beginning of this race. That's Aaron Halfacker coming to the front for Coalition, who is interested in making it go quick. Halfacker accelerating from the front. There's Otis Hatfield now taking over on the lead of the lap in his first week as part of the field. Harrison Devine, number 2, is going to take over on the lap here, following by number 7, Andy Baker. Quinn Kennedy wants to join in. There goes Chris Wilson. These are a couple of names that I would say when you're thinking about riders that like to get away from the field. Number 2 especially, number 6 especially, really like to be in positions where they can move away from this group. They're going to keep it quick. They're going to apply pressure. And that's what Harrison Devine, number 2, is going to do here on this lap. A good long pull for him as he tries to stretch this thing out again. Keep it quick. Keep this race difficult. Baker pulls up out of the way, as does Kennedy. Chris Wilson over at the front now for Fount Cycling in the green. .35 on the lap cards. Continue to work our way towards this conclusion. Scratch racing's a nice, simple format for us. We get to just watch this race play out. It's a beautiful thing. Riders can approach it however they want. Right now, it's just been pretty consistent tempo, I would say. A bit of attack on the front from Devine we saw earlier, but other than that, just good tempo. This has been our slowest lap here so far. It's a little bit off the pace for the first time since we've really started. Not by much. Still keeping it moving pretty decent here. Now that's Halfacker 37 on the front again. Couple riders to watch in this group. Always when we see and hear the name Kovalchuk showing up, you know he's still a proud competitor. Loves to get in good finishes here at our Velodrome. He's racing tonight as number 14 in the pink of YBA, currently near the back of the field. That's not to say he's not doing the work. He's going to find his way and find his moments to compete tonight for sure. So look out for 14 to be involved this evening. Tonight, the way this field's looking, it's hard for me amongst even our locals to really know who to favor. Number 2 has been having a good season. He's in good race shape. He's been being very active and controlling the tempo of a lot of races here, just like he did last season. So with this distance, Harrison Devine is certainly somebody who I'm interested to see how he carves his way through this field. The Stars and Stripes on Keegan Fairbanks, he's trying to have his strongest part of his season right now. So if this stays together, he's going to try to play this really smart within this field. And that's going to be one of our stronger competitors of the junior age group in this field tonight. So if you're looking for the juniors to win in the Cat 1-2s tonight, don't be forgetting about number 4. But we also have another young rider in this field, number 40, Kaya Fawn for Edge Cycling. That's right, I haven't seen Keegan in a couple of weeks because he has been on the road, 4 road events and work, so it's been a bit of a drought for him here at the track, so good to see him back this week. Still kind of working through these early laps, now seeing 31 to go. Carl Hafer for YBA comes to the front. Gonna let this thing continue to develop for a little bit here as we watch this race work its way towards now past 10 laps completed. Good opportunity here to maybe throw out $50 to lead on this lap. $50 to lead on this lap. $50 to lead this lap. $50 lead on the lap. Stars and Stripes moved up several positions to challenge for this one. 2 riders come around the corner. Ooh, I think it's going to be the junior. Looking zippy, number 4, taking $50 cash. Keegan Fairbanks. Zach Volchek was there to kind of match the effort. That looked like that was number 22, Matty Hers, on the lead of the lap as that thing was getting under speed. And there's number 2, Harrison Devine. Oh, no. This is something. This is something. Put Devine up there with Kovalchuk and Fairbanks. 3 of the names I'm talking about to watch in this race, and now they're off the front. They could combine for some serious damage here. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean the race is going to be set and done here. The field's got plenty of power in them. They just got to decide if this is the chance they need to go catch it, or they're going to let this thing kind of stew for a little bit. What's the play? It's Chris Wilson on the front of the field, keeping his eyes forward, trying to keep this thing moving in the direction of your leaders. Carl Hafer going to do some work for YBA as well. We've got a break of about 6 ahead of the field in pursuit now. Hafer on the lead, pulling a big one here. Good strength there as he's trying to keep this thing close. The blue jersey Darlene bridging up from the back group just by a few bike lengths. Essentially the field is all together still. There's a little gap there between the front and the back. The field doing what they need to keep the defense on. They are playing a good defensive move here. They've kept this lead group of 3 on the same straight. They're all within distance still. But the real workhorses in the front, they've kind of let this slide again here. So the tempo's falling. This is another moment where maybe the leaders could start pulling away again. The gap not significant, but the pace is a little bit more moderate right now. Another opportunity here for some distance for the leaders. That's Nolan Adams on the front, number 11. Doing his turn to keep things quick. Number 5 now takes over on the lap for the field. Single file formation. They're continuing their effort, keeping these 3 in check. Good comments on the live stream chat about their speed. This field does usually come in during the month of July, averaging over 30 miles an hour pretty consistently. And on these laps right here where you're seeing this consistent speed on the front, you're looking about that 30 mile an hour speed is a pretty good average that they're maintaining lap after lap here. On this outdoor velodrome, seeing 22 to go. Your leaders still looking pretty consistent. I'm seeing Divine there at the front rotating out for Fairbanks. Fairbanks with a quick pull. He's showing a little bit of wear here, so I'm watching them for just a minute to see what they're doing. Kowalczyk has to do a little bit of a longer pull to kind of sustain for the group. But man, this gap has really started to shrunk down here. Noticing it in turn 3. And there it is. The leaders are caught. Things coming back together again. The field doing what they got to do to make this a race for everybody. A good move. Forcing all that energy to catch. Still going to play into the style of kind of race that those guys are looking for here tonight. So mission might not feel accomplished, but still, that is a lot of energy spent, a lot of speed put out by this field just to get this thing back together again. At 20 to go, we got plenty of laps to recover. Down the back straight, Chris Wilson's taking over the front on this lap. Kowalczyk responds. That's the rider in pink with the white helmet. Quinn Kennedy, number 6 for ACT, now moves to the front. Most of the field moving above the blue line. It's Andy Lynch for Coalition taking over now. Takes the lead down in that sprinter's lane. Had a bit of a late start to his season this year. Has had just a few weeks of competition. Lynch having one of his best years I've seen in a long time last year. Comes back and he's already trying to throw down in this race tonight by getting things started with another bit of a break. He's joined by Kowalczyk, Wilson, Halfacker, and Baker to make a group of 5. Applying pressure again to the field. Number 5, Found Cycling. Chris Wilson there at the front. A smooth catch here from number 6. As Quinn Kennedy working their way out for contact, bringing with them Fairbanks, as well as number 41, Noel Marin for Red Kilo. $16 to go. Baker on the lead at lap number 7. Quick rotations on the front. Look at the chase here from the back, trying to get back up to the front group, as this has sort of separated this field now, with a few of the riders that could not get back onto the field now dangling behind. We saw Divine and Adams work their way back up into this group, and as soon as they get there, everything sits a bit across the track. And what a great opportunity to go $50 cash to lead the lap. $50 cash to lead the lap. $50 cash to lead the lap. At 15 to go, we'll throw out another preem at a moment at which some of these riders were maybe hoping for a moment of rest. Someone's going to have to spend a little bit of effort here to pick up on a cash preem. This race has been pretty grueling so far. From the front, Divine and Kowalczyk side by side. Stars and Stripes is in position. Fairbanks is trying to work off that bill for all that travel. Oh, Kowalczyk's got enough for this one. $50 for number 14. Kowalczyk for YBA. Nobody wanted it too bad. It was about the last 200 meters that said, okay, I guess I'll go for it. This race is starting to hurt. Still plenty more good laps here. Seeing 13 on the lap cards for leaders as they roll around this time. $13 to go. It's been pulled apart a decent amount. Here comes Divine back up to the front with Adams and Darlene, number 16, to strengthen this field once again. Lynch back on the front again for having a short season, a relatively recent start. He's in really good race shape again, able to drive the pace. He's been up at the front quite a bit here. The Rider for Coalition having a good showing here on Friday night. Number 5 coming to the front again at 12 to go. I kind of think of him as the opportunist of this field. If he finds an opening, look out for number 5 too. This is a race that's tiring on this group, and he's got a lot of experience, not just at our track, but also on the road. He's a very seasoned, smart rider. He'll look for an opportunity here in this scratch race. And as this field's kind of thinned out a little bit, and you're seeing a little bit more exhaustion from the riders to kind of create the situation where we peeled off some from the field, these guys are a little bit tired here. They've got a tough finish coming up ahead of them. And I don't mean this in a negative way. Like, they put out the effort required to be in the situation now. You can see there's a little bit, I need a little bit of oxygen back in the system, a little bit of breathing deep here in preparation for this finish. The field made out of 11 riders. Nobody in front of the field. Everybody else on the track is behind the position of the field, which is now in turn 3. So everyone else is in a chasing position behind the field on the lead of the lap. At 10 to go. We've kind of settled into a bit of a pace here. This is now the surviving group. This is your top 11 riders. It might be a few more laps here, just based again on the body language of these athletes before we see any sort of attacks. Needing just a moment to kind of reset things, let that blood flow do its job, let the muscles get just a moment to rest, this sort of intermediate tempo. Baker quickly off the front, Kovalchuk on the front, also with a quick pull. Divine now to the front at 9 to go. It was looking pretty comfortable though. Number 4. Keegan Fairbanks looking pretty smooth, not seeing a lot of fatigue in his body language right now. He's good at hiding it, even if he is feeling it. But if this stays like this and he's in the right position, look out for the Stars and Stripes to be at near the front of this race. Quinn Kennedy, as we're talking, does decide now's the time to get an attack going. So here goes number 6 for ACT, a cycling team getting aggressive. And I'm not just being anonymous unintentionally. It is called a cycling team.
Corey, I have a hot off the press announcement from the Village Sports Center. Rue just got second in the points race on the UCI race. Woo! That is darned impressive.
Local racing stud Rue Tomko with a second place finish. That's exciting stuff. 7 to go. Quinn Kennedy still at the front. Field charging in that direction. Looking like Kennedy's feeling like now's the time to take that right-hand turn, let the hill do a little bit of the slowing down. Work back into this field. With 6 to go. Mike Darlene looks over the right shoulder. There's Lynch again, who's been in this position quite a bit tonight. Not being wasteful with his energy, though. Gets out of there quickly. A lot of rotations now. It's getting close to the finish. Riders got to be careful about not using energy sort of wastefully without any sort of real reason to use it. Kovalchuk does a short pull down the back straight. Fairbanks pulls up quickly. Halfacker pulls up quickly. It's only Chris Wilson really wants to keep it moving. 5 to go. Carl Hafer for YBA down the back straight. Kovalchuk on the wheel. Still not a whole lot happening just at this exact moment. Riders in that lineup getting in position, thinking down a couple laps from now. I still have one more of these in my pocket, though. So how about $50 to lead this lap? $50. $50 to lead at 4 to go. $50 to lead at 4 to go. It's this group of essentially 11. Make it now, I believe, 12 as we added one rider down the lap into the midst of this group. So close to the finish. Does anybody want to go for this one? This might be the finish to go for instead of the finish. Baker coming up and out of the saddle, chasing down this one. Fairbanks wants it. And I think Fairbanks has got the gear he needs. Number 4 takes another 50 in this race. The junior making it look good tonight. And again, I mentioned this earlier. He's looking pretty comfy right now. Not going to lie. Looking like this distance isn't really testing him too much. Here comes the response from number 2, Divine. Fairbanks moves up just in time to allow Divine still to be down that sprinter's lane. Now Kowalczyk taking over on the lap. Fairbanks giving him a lot of position here. He's back about 8 wheels now. Kowalczyk driving it at 2 to go. Now we're really starting to set this thing in. Keep your eyes peeled for the position of these racers over the next lap, as now we're starting to really get the riders into where they need to be for this sprint finish. Number 6 on the lead of the lap is Quinn Kennedy. Wants to get a little bit away from this group. The field's sitting a little high, watching each other. Darlene coming out of the corner. Bell's already ringing. It's 1 to go. 1 to go. Quinn Kennedy looking down between the legs, trying to see what's coming. It's tight across the finish line as we hit the 1 to go mark. Kowalczyk in the lead of the lap in the sprinter's lane. Aaron Halfacker, number 37, who's also been having a great season this year, is in position behind Kowalczyk. Kowalczyk starting to set things on fire down the back straight. Chris Wilson is in position, number 5, flying in fast down the back straight. He's found the wheel. He's trying to turn that thing. Can he get around the corner? Kowalczyk doing it again at our track. Kowalczyk will take the scratch. Chris Wilson in perfect position to challenge Halfacker with a great last lap as well. Number 5. Just not quite able to get there. It's the always hard to beat Kowalczyk. The Portland Speedster taking it here for the Cat 1-2 men in the 10-mile scratch. I believe the track is clear. Cat 3 men to the rail for the 5-mile scratch, please. Cat 3s to the rail. Thank you, everybody, for being with us. It's great to see such a great crowd here tonight, hanging out on a Friday night. What a beautiful evening this has turned out to be. It was kind of a crummy start, wasn't it? But it cleared up nicely for us. Junior Takeover is a weekend of junior-focused clinics and racing, educational opportunities for kids to come out and be in fields of just kids all weekend long, except on Friday night we get to do sort of a mixed field thing. So this is our normal Friday night program, but leveled up with the kids, of course. We got a couple more scratch races for the Cat 3s. I have 5 preems. I'm going to be busy with this group. They're each worth $20. 5 $20 preems tonight for our Cat 3 men. Riders into the neutral for 20 lap scratch race. Cat 3 men. On deck, open women for their 5 mile. And everybody's going to be racing some points racing tonight. If you're rewatching the racing later or you're part of our live audience on YouTube, thanks for tuning in and watching. Hopefully you're enjoying yourself out there. If you haven't yet, don't be afraid to hit the thumbs up and the subscribe button. It really goes a long way to supporting our racing programs for our nonprofit organization, the Marymoor Velodrome Association. We try and do our best to provide great coverage to fans around the world to be able to support track cycling up here in the Pacific Northwest. The bike capital of the Pacific Northwest, Redmond, Washington, of course. It's on a sign, folks. Don't blame me. And with the sound of the whistle, racing underway. 20 laps to go. Mike Ritter is telling Snowby this is the time to take the lap, by the way. This is the moment. This is the day. I see Mike Ritter out there tuning in. Peter Snoblin, who's just now in the front of the field here. That's who he's talking to, his teammate. And as we're conversing here, we've got our first attack starting to already come together. We got number 320 leading the way. Joined by two other riders at break of three. Here comes the first attempt out of the field. That's Dunlap, I believe, in the purple making the move. How about let's reward the effort early on. $20 to lead the lap. $20 to lead the lap. $20 to lead the lap. One rider in chase. Again, that's number 302, Colin Dunlap. The rest of the field over here in turn one. Still in single file formation. They're keeping it close. We'll now follow the sprint around and see who picks up the preem money. That's Jared Elog, Apex Racing local competitor for the Cat 3s. Nice jump in the middle of the turn for a relatively short sprint. Should be able to take it. And there's your first cash for the group, 306. The race starting to get pretty pulled apart now. 326, feeling the pressure. That's one of our local juniors, Cody Chang. Doing some work here to try to work things a bit closer together. Maybe stitch this thing back up on the back straight. Dunlap still pretty far out here in front of the field. Let's check in on our leaders. Two still off the front at 15 to go. Looking pretty smooth. And not going to give up on this just yet. Make this group work their way back up. Make them do the effort necessary. Liquid Velo in the gray. Leading the field now. Should be Isaiah West in position with Cody Chang right behind him. That very low to the bike frame junior. Looking very aero on the front of the group now as they come onto the home straight. Let's do another 20 to lead the lap. Another 20 to lead the lap. Jared's like, you got to be kidding me. $20 to lead the lap. That's bad. Ooh, the move from the field, though. We thought it was going to be out the front, but look at this sprint. Whoa. 301 is William Huang. William with a big acceleration for the cash. This kid is not just styling himself to be a sprinter. That's how he trains. So showing off some of that sprint form here. Picks up $20. That's 301. Still 320 off the front after the catch from Huang for the cash preem. He does not stay on the wheels there, so it's one rider against the field who's chasing down the back straight now. Leader seeing 9 to go, and you'll sit up here above the blue line. And maybe just everybody's looking for rest. Let's do it again. $20 to lead the lap. $20 to lead the lap. $20 to lead the lap. Number 3 of 5 preems. Combined together in turn 3. Good acceleration for the rider in pink. Looks to be the colors of YBA, and now coming up to the front for our third of 5 preems. It is not the team I call, but it is number 332. Vinco picking that one up. And right here as we're catching on the home straight, we got another one to throw out. It's another $20 lead on the lap. $20 to lead the lap. $20 to lead the lap. $20 is 7 to go. Our fourth of 5 preems now. Vinco gets caught over in turn 2. Colin Dunlap on the lead of the lap. Not one to make the jump for the cash, but one of the juniors will. The field going to let him just go for it. Nice move. Field not interested in challenging too much just yet. Onto the home straight. Jerry Baker Jr. is trying to pick up a little more. It's William again. The sprinter doing it once more. Great acceleration from the youngster. He'll slow back off and fall into the field and see if he can hold on for maybe another preem or at least try to work into this finish. Nope, there goes the field. He's off the back. The sprinter's got his workout tonight. "12 riders in this group. Hitting it onto the home straight. 12 in this field. Seeing 5 to go. West with a big push of the pedals here as he hits the front. Liquid Velo on, taking over on terms here at 4 to go. Not many laps left. Trying to keep it quick here towards the finish. Peter Snoblin comes to the front now. Most of the group sitting pretty wide here behind Snoblin. Will start working their way towards that sprinter's lane, flattening things down a little bit towards the left side of the track, nearing the completion. And one more, $20 to lead on this lap. $20 to lead. $20 to lead on the lap. $20. Good encouragement for Isaiah West. Big attack heading down into turn 1, where he's got himself about 15, 20 meters. Well played and well read by West. Should be able to cruise in for this one. Now I'm wondering, do you just carry the momentum here? And if I'm in this position in this race, I don't think there's any reason to put on the brakes. You're looking at him just kind of staying nice and calm, trying to stay in that position, get into terms with what he's doing right now. We're going to be putting it all out. And now it's him versus the field at 2 to go. That was number 312, Isaiah West, for the last of our cash prize preems. Rock Alexander came to the front there for just a moment in the field. The rider in red. We're hearing the bell ring now. It's Isaiah West on the lead of the lap. Can the field catch him in time? The lone rider versus the pursuant field. Here they go. Matt Beers, the rider in all black, now in the lead of the lap. 328 right behind him. Oliver Villanueva for the Jerry Baker Juniors trying to catch this leader. Isaiah West still off the front. Matt Beers starting to close this thing down just a little bit. Rider staying high in turn 3. Thank you very much. Here they come. West coming underneath. Will be able to hold off the charge. Liquid Velo putting together a nice one here. Off the front for 3 strong laps. And it looks like it's going to be Vinco, number 332. Our Victoria rider. Second across the line, first out of the field for the bunch sprint. Colin Dunlap, Matt Beers, all with good finishes here tonight. Cat 3s, excellent racing, and will make their way off on the back straight. Track appears open. Open women to the rail for your start. Open women for the 5-mile scratch race with preems. Now for your start. And for this group, we've got count them, $3 $50 preems. $3 $50 preems for tonight's race. It takes Junior Takeover to have a big field like this, but this is going to be exciting. We're going to have some fun today with this 20-lap contest for a scratch race with preems. The Junior Takeover encouraging some good numbers here tonight for our open women field, and it should be a fun one. We've got this scratch race, and later we'll get to see again more from this great group for the points racing as well. Jerry Baker Jr. is quite star-studded here this evening. Got a lot of junior national champs from last year racing here tonight. Got a Masters champ amongst them. That's right. Collegiate champ for the blue there for Kelly Darlene. Lots of stars and stripes here tonight in this group. So it's making for what should be a fast and fun evening for the open women. And there's your whistle. Racing's underway. 20 laps to go. Some of the stars and stripes working their way up to the front right away. You've got Sarah Lynch for the Jerry Baker Juniors. Racing number 103 this season. A consistent rider here at the Velodrome week after week. Having a nice career so far as a young competitor. Some great results last year and looking for some more this year. There's one away at the front, Renna Fuller, another member of the local race team. Coach Edwards to the front for Team Mama Bears. Not a ton of members on this small local team, I'll tell you that. 3. Yeah, 3 is correct. Small but mighty. Junior team alumni, now Rice University competitor, Kelly Darlene in the blue. Going to definitely be one to watch tonight, I think. This field is a good opportunity for her tonight to maybe show off some of her strength. We also got to keep your eyes out for number 111, Neve Durfee for Coalition, who's, I think, 5th wheel now in the lineup. You see her down the sprinter's lane behind Darlene. Now kind of working her way out towards the front. We've seen some really good laps from her here this season. Local rider. There's Durfee all the way to the front leading us through this lap. And more stars and stripes for Westover there, the rider with that orange bike for the Jerry Baker Jr. race team. Now sitting a little bit wide on the track. Now the real kind of unknown here tonight for me is what are our out-of-towners going to bring to this group? So far, no one's really been tested. We haven't really seen a whole lot of acceleration yet. So we don't really know what that's going to look like. So why don't we find out? $50 to lead on this lap. $50 to lead this lap. $50. Big move from number 114 along the rail. That's Charlie Pittard for Peak Pursuits. All the way from Alberta. The Albertan taking in a big attack here on the home straight, setting up for the first cash prize. Neve Durfee responding. They got one rider alongside. Two kind of battling it out here for position. It's still the Albertan on the lead of lap, hitting onto the home straight. Oh, the catch. The fight, the sprint. It'll be on the outside the red line. It's number 117, Grace Edwards for BVC Devo out of Vancouver for the first sprint for cash. So now we're starting to see who some of the movers and shakers might be here tonight. A preview of more to come, I hope. Edwards with the first cash pickup here today. From way back, too. I mean, that was quite the recovery in the first place. And then to do the effort to finish that out. Charlie Pittard with a really good move from Peak Pursuits, the rider number 114. Got that thing started in style. Lynch doing some work here to chase things back up again. Number 216 with her is Sophia Avery from Monarch Racing. Sibling to Diego Avery, who we saw earlier today. The family of California up here for Junior Takeover again. Sophia back in this group of 5. They're trying to work their way back up. Jerry Baker Jr. on the front now, working for this group of 3, including Jasmine and I think Sarah Lynch. Heading the home straight. Renna Fuller on the lead of lap number 108. There's Team Epic here tonight. Stella Cafiso, the rat out of Portland, now in the front of the field. Cafiso was another name I got to see quite a few laps in the Junior Takeover last year and at Junior Nationals. Very good competitor, very smart rider, trying to put herself in a good position here. Stay in this front group, not get dropped, not get gapped any time tonight. $11 to go. Durfee on the front. That's Grace Edwards at the front for just a moment. The winner of that first cash prize. Darlene back to the front now. $10 to go. We have a field, and everyone else on the track is behind their position, so no breakaway in the front. No danglers really right now in any close position. We do have a chase of 3 about almost a half lap back. They've made some good progress here. That's our next closest group on the track right now. Everybody else pretty far out of contention. We'll keep our eyes on the main field and see how this race continues to develop. They're sitting a bit wide right now on the track, so a moment to catch their breath. We're past that halfway point. The field and the chasing rider are seeing 9 to go. Darlene leading this lap again. No one's driving the pace too hard here. Taking their fair turns, keeping it moving. Field seeing 8. Let's ring the bell. $50 to lead the lap. $50 to lead the lap. $50 to lead the lap. Number 116 on the lead of this lap right now is Beatrix Moran for Devo. Durfee starting to accelerate down the back straight. Darlene trying to follow that wheel. Durfee in a good position, now taking over on the lead. Moving down between the red and the black line. Durfee in control. Here comes Darlene in blue. Reading that move nicely, looking very smooth in acceleration. Darlene needs some help for that next college book and gets it. Number 102, Darlene picking up the second of the 3 $50 cash prizes, and now 2 riders away in what could be a pretty important move for the race. Durfee and Darlene back to the field. I see Renna Fuller putting in a bit of a dig here to bridge up. Feeling this is the moment, knowing that those 2 are threatening if they're off the front. $6 to go. Fuller nearly there. This is a good move for the kid, trying to work her way up to the lead 2 riders. Sensing where this race is and how many laps are left to go. Starting to pedal a little bit of square movement right now, though. You can see the pain. Gotta finish this move. Back to the field, too. They're looking a little bit ragged from this effort. Not sure if they're going to work their way up to the leaders. It's Charlie Petard that was on the front there. Not looking ready to do this chase. There goes some effort from our rider from Team Epic now. Stella Cafiso. Big move from Cafiso, trying to get up to the front. Feeling that this group is a little bit tired to make this bridge. 202, sensing now I have to go up here, otherwise this race is gone. Cafiso looking really quick here. Has another 100 meters or so to go. Can she get anywhere close in time? All the way over to the front of the track here, we're going to see the two leaders still looking good on the lead of this race. Let's give another $50 to lead the lap. We got a breakaway. It's going to be between these two. Will Durfee try to fight Darlene for the 50? $50 to lead the lap this time. Here comes your chasing rider, Cafiso, who just could not get away from the field. They're starting to pursue. I love the move. It just ran out of steam a little bit too quick. It's hard to make these big bridges on this large velodrome. We'll go check the leaders and see who's going to pick up the $50. I think Durfee is willing to kind of give this one the nod to the kid and say to the younger rider, not really a kid anymore. My goodness. How time flies. 21 now is what I heard. That's not okay. Darlene picks up another 50, the second one for number 102. 3 to go. 3 to go. Once Darlene and Durfee pulled away, I kind of mentioned earlier that those were two to watch, and this is why. They've got great endurance. They've ridden a lot of laps here at the track. They know this place well. They've got plenty of training coming into this. I know, having seen the Coalition Cycling Team, they've been out and about and doing plenty of competition on the road. They've got lots of endurance here, and Durfee's showing it off here nicely with Darlene. Back to the field to see what their response is at 2 to go. They're in single file, just getting ready for this finish. That's Sarah Lynch, number 103 on the lead of the lap, pulling up for number 218. That's Mila Ludwig now on the lead of the lap for the field. And bells ringing for your leaders. Darlene and Durfee racing a beautiful race here together. 102. I mentioned at the very beginning, I feel like this is her night to show off a little bit. Graduate of the program here, now a coach for the juniors. And absolutely a great season for Kelly so far. Here comes the bell ringing for the field. Westover on the lead of the lap, number 104. Charlotte looking between the legs, trying to see the move from the group behind. Darlene will take this one. Durfee for second. Back to the sprint for the field. Lynch takes over on the front. Cafiso falling behind. This will be a good sprint for third. Sarah Lynch leading the way so far. Drag racing it down the sprinter's lane. Ooh, here we go. Lynch still holding on. Cafiso accelerating. Oh, Cafiso with just enough. Good hustle for the rider from Team Epic. Lynch with a fantastic race as well. All riders finished here on this lap, and we'll exit on the back straight. Cafiso with a fun finish out of the field. Good for third tonight in the scratch race behind Durfee and your champ tonight, Darlene. Track is clear. We're bringing up our next group. This is the Cat 4 men for their second race. Cat 4s to the rail. We now head into the final turn of our program. Points racing for all 4 of our categories tonight. Riders into the neutral. Points racing now coming up. Racing into points race. Riders are going to be competing for points throughout the race. There's several opportunities. This is a 4x4, which means there'll be 4 sprints every 4 laps. You'll hear a bell signaling it's time to go for the points on the next time across the line. First rider across gets 5, second rider gets 3, third rider gets 2, and the fourth rider gets 1. So 5, 3, 2, and 1 to the first 4 riders in that order. And at the final lap, points are doubled. 10, 6, 4, and 2. Riders with the most number of points, no surprise, that's how you are going to be deemed the winner. Riders take the lap, they gain 20. They lose the lap to the field, they lose 20. Ties are broken by position on the final sprint. And there's your whistle. Racing is underway. First bell at 13 to go. Cat 4 men. Already we're seeing some of the familiar names of this group from that scratch race working their way to the front. The juniors that really set the pace. 2 of our riders from Triple Shot near the front there. Ishikawa and Chen. There's Clark Hoxie, the winner of the scratch race. Also coming to the front. You know these riders mean business here tonight. Essen Clark Hoxie in position at the front again. Thinking ahead to this bell. Doesn't want to be out of position for the first points tonight. Hesitation here, the position wide across the track. They know the bell's coming. First sprint here tonight for the Cat 4s in this points race. Time to position yourself as the early leader. 4:48 leading the lap now. That's still Connor Shimamoto at the front, 4:48 leading us all the way through the turn. Clark Hoxie responding quickly. Now you can see the sprint up above the red line. So big recovery here for the rider for Epic. He'll take the 5. Ishikawa for 3. That's 4:48 and then 4:04. 4:43 first across the line. 4:58 second. Group coming back together again after your first sprint. We'll check in on the official results soon as they're conferring the finishing order and making sure that we got it all good and sorted here. There's Shimamoto back at the front again. Sort of controlled the front of the group for that first sprint. So keep your eyes on him. He did end up third across the line, so will be in third place with 2 points after the first one, I believe. Results getting plugged in now, so we'll check in shortly. The field reconvening and preparing for the upcoming sprint again. These come pretty quick in a 4x4 format. Not a lot of time to rest for the group. In first with 5 points, Edison Clark Hoxie. In second with 3 is Matthew Ishikawa. In third with 2 is Connor Shimamoto. And in fourth with 1, Maxim Smagli. That bell's ringing for our second sprint now. 9 to go. Things have been pretty well static altogether. Not a lot of time in between. Well, the riders that picked up points in that first sprint, if they had enough time to rest, are they going to work their way up again? This is looking pretty wide open right now. Big move from the middle of the group. That's going to be triple shot again. Not wanting to mess with this field. Man, the acceleration looking so mature for such a young rider. The ability to get on top of things. Ishikawa, so it's picking up the first across the line, 458. That is 443. The rest, I don't have the official order, or the unofficial order, I should say. Clark Hoxie picking up 3 more. We'll give him a total of 8. Ishikawa picking up the 5 gives him 8. We should have a tie at the top. 2 riders with 8 apiece. Field recombining again, preparing for their penultimate sprint. We'll get the bell at 5 to go. Points appear to be updated. We are looking at several ties. A tie for first, both with 8 points apiece, Clark Hoxie and Ishikawa. A tie for third, 2 points apiece, Shimamoto and Pagushin. A tie for fifth, 1 point apiece each for Smagli and Chen. All the riders looking for their first points. A bell again now at 5 to go. 2 chances left for points. We've got a whole bunch of ties in the order right now. Where are our leaders in this group? Clark Hoxie is near the front, about 5 bikes back. He's starting to work his way up now behind Pagushin, who's working his way up the rider in the black and blue with the white helmet well above the red line. It'll be Pagushin getting up out of the saddle, trying to take over the front. Good dive into the front of the field. That's going to be triple shot on the move, pardon me. Great acceleration for Ishikawa again. Fairbanks, second across the line. That's 410. Mark Leventriev, I believe. Clark Hoxie for 1. Ishikawa will take over as your leader after that sprint, picking up 5. I believe his points totals will jump up to 13. In fact, I believe the results are already popping in. We'll get to take a look at them here in just a second. Field recombining once again. They've kept this points race nice and easy for us. Sprint, get back together again. And just as I'm saying that, here goes one move, trying to pull things apart a little bit. We'll take a look at the results here as this move is starting to formulate. In the lead of the race with 13 points, Matthew Ishikawa. In second with 9, Edison Clark Hoxie. In third with 3, currently Gavin Fairbanks. 3 riders in fourth, each with 2 points, is Connor Shimamoto, Daniel Pagushin, and Mark Leventriev. 2 riders in 7th place, both with 1 point, Maxim Smagli and Owen Chen. Ishikawa separating himself by 4 points from the rest of this field. Surprisingly, that's the exact amount between first and second place in the final sprint. So it could go down to the final sprint, as Clark Hoxie knows. So he's now on the attack. He's pulling away from the field, doing what he knows best. Put on the hammer and don't slow down. Back to the field we see. This is starting to pull things apart quickly. Lots of separation, lots of response here. It looks to be Smagli, the next rider, that moving his way up towards the front. Some sort of response from the Jerry Baker Jr. team. This for the win. Clark Hoxie wanting to get the points race here today as well. Bell's ringing at 1 to go. That's Pagushin, 403, off the front, chasing. Here comes Chen and Ishikawa, the 2 dynamic riders for triple shot at the front of the field. Ishikawa losing a little bit of ground now as Chen's taking over for the field sprint. Leventriev right on his wheel. Clark Hoxie rounding onto the front will be your winner. Pagushin is going to get the 6. We'll move him up a couple positions in this points race tonight. Clark Hoxie looking very much in control this evening. The field sprint. Ooh, Fairbanks on the far outside. I think we'll get it. 4:44 will come across the line next for some nice finishing points. We'll secure him a top 5 in tonight's field as well. Good racing here tonight for the Cat 4s. That's their final competition of the evening. Points races continuing on here in just a moment with the Cat 1-2s. We're holding on for just a second before we bring them up. Track is clear. Cat 1-2s to the rail for the points race. Cat 1-2s to the rail for your points race. Thank you. Rolling off of the neutral, our Cat 1-2s. Now for a 30-lap 6x5 points race. Currently in the neutral. And there's your whistle. Racing is underway. 30 laps, 6x5. Fairbanks already on the gas. The points race is shorter than the scratch race tonight for this group. This will feel like a brief race compared to what we saw earlier. And this is going to be pretty unrelenting here with all of these opportunities for points. 6 sprints tonight in this relatively short points race for this field. Scott Grensel, number 18, on the lead of the lap. Giving room now for Darlene. Already had a lot of opportunity both on the mic and just kind of mentally to process this field and think about who the movers and shakers are going to be. I don't think that changes a whole lot here in this particular race. So some of those same names I expect to be playing it big here. But with all these different opportunities to get points tonight, be interesting to see who wants to get an early advantage. The experienced riders in this field know it's not about winning the first sprint, it's about winning the last one. But the early points is a really good opportunity to sneak in with maybe a few points you might not get away with later on in the night. Already starting to roll it up towards that lap. We'll see the bell next time around, showing 27 to go currently. Ludomax at the front in the teal jersey. Pulls him out of the way. Kavolchek. There's Hafer. Thinking about coming out of the lane. He keeps it now up and out over the red. Now the field up to speed. They know the first bell's ringing. Here we go. Points next time around. 26 to go. Halfacker will send one now. There's number 37 for Coalition taking over on the front. Edge Cycling in position as well. That's number 40. Kaya Fawn. Halfacker still up at the front, number 37, leading the lap. Here comes Kovalchuk around the corner. Number 14 starting to take up position. It'll be number 37, number 14, number 40, number 2. Harrison Devine sneaking his way forward for a very important point there. Our official points have been updated. In first place, Halfacker with 5. Kovalchuk in second with 3. Afan in third with 2. And Devine in fourth with 1. Halfacker for Coalition taking the early lead. And I've been proven a few times here early in this season to not count out number 37. Still kind of getting used to seeing Halfacker out here as playing the figure he is. He is a speedy competitor. He's got really good sense about when to go and when not to go. I've watched him take several laps here so far here in 2026. Great acceleration when he needs it. So interesting to see how he plays this points race. Now off the front, though, Stars and Stripes number 4 is Keegan Fairbanks for the Jerry Baker Jr. race team. Watching the field sit a little high. The next response is from number 22, Matty Hers. There's 2, Devine, and right behind him, Grinsel. A group of 5 placing themselves out a little bit in front of this group, keeping Fairbanks honest and threatening to challenge for the points here as we're coming into a bell lap. The position for Fairbanks couldn't be better. Set himself up for a hopeful points collection, trying to get that 5 here. Grinsel trying to play spoiler, though. The rider in pink for Dinah is closing in. And that sends Kovalchuk rocking and rolling into turn 3. Matty Hers thinks he's got the wheel locked in position, so he's going to try and follow Kovalchuk through this sprint. Kovalchuk will get 5. That's going to be number 14, number 22, number 6, and number 4. So Fairbanks on the early attack still picks up 1. Certainly wanted more than that. Kovalchuk does enough to catch and kill it there for the big 5. Hers, smart to follow the wheel of Kovalchuk, puts in a big effort to hold on to him all the way through the turn. Now you see the field recovering very quickly up to the leaders. A couple more laps before our next bell. Points are in. Let's take a look. In first place with 8 points is Zach Kovalchuk. In second with 5, Aaron Halfacker. In third with 3, Matty Hers. 2 riders in fourth, both with 2, Kaya Fawn, Quinn Kennedy. 2 riders currently tied for 6th, 1 point apiece, Harrison Devine and Keegan Fairbanks. Three riders down the back straight is Darlene Baker. And Noel Moran is my best guess for the rider in white for my position over here. And that is the 3 that make this break currently. Question live chat about points. Now, if you're talking about the points showing during this race, we are discussing the point standings for the current race, which riders are earning. That's the only thing that matters in this contest, the number of points that the riders end with during the points race. We're going to tally them up, and that's the finishing order. The rider with the most points is your winner. Now, there's other points we talk about, upgrade points. That'll come up as well. So if you hear us discussing those, that's about the rider's career. They're able to move their way up into different categories. So it kind of depends on which points we're discussing. But during the points race, it's all about getting the win. They need these points to get the win. So being active frequently is very important in this particular race. Nolan Adams on a big turn of speed as the bell's ringing for this one. Dinah Racing sending a fourth, number 11. Kovalchuk responds, as does Halfacker, the winner of the first sprint. Kovalchuk will be able to respond enough here to take over on the lap. Number 14. No, I think it's number 11, barely. Then 37. That's my call. We'll see. And then it's number 4, as I believe 40 was not eligible. So Fairbanks, once again, picking up a sneaky 1 point at the back end of the sprint. This time not for being off the front, but actually for moving away from the field. The 3 riders off the front is Kovalchuk, Halfaker, and Adams. We're confirming that finishing order between Halfaker and Adams, as that was a good catch. Not confirmed yet. It's confirmed as Halfaker second across the line. After review, again, it's Halfaker scored for 3. Adams scored for 2. Your points totals are updated. Let's check the results. Currently, Kovalchuk still your leader with 13. Halfaker in second, now with 8. Metier is in third with 3. Fourth place to 4 riders, all tied with 2 points apiece. Afan, Kennedy, Fairbanks, and Adams. 1 rider in 8th with 1 point right now is Harrison Devine, although he moves up as we just scored one of the riders down, which was Kaya Fawn, who I mentioned earlier had fallen off the pace and now has officially been lapped. 3 riders off the front. We've got Harrison Devine, Chris Wilson, and Zach Kovalchuk. 2 riders in the bridge is Quinn Kennedy, number 6, and Aaron Halfaker, number 37. Importantly for this race, Halfaker, 37, is currently in second, working his way up towards the leader. Number 14, Kovalchuk, who was in that break of 3. He's got 2 riders with him that don't have points yet. So Devine and Chris Wilson. Oh, Harrison Devine does have 1 point, so I should take that back. But these riders are definitely trying to find more. They haven't found success back in the field, so they're trying to get off the front to find it. This is the place to be. The bell's ringing now. 11 to go. Devine on the lead of the lap. Pulls up the way for Chris Wilson. Now this group of 5 is where all the points are. The field is still chasing, but we're going to keep our eyes on this field as this is still a point sprint lap. There's some effort coming from the field to catch, but here now comes Kovalchuk on the attack. Quinn Kennedy trying to hold on to Kovalchuk's speed. Good acceleration from the elite speedster. Kovalchuk onto the home straight, continues to hold on to the lead of this race. 5 more for 14, 3 for number 37. Then it's number 2, and then number 6, Quinn Kennedy, for 1 point at the back end. So Devine picking up the points he's been looking for. He's up in this break. He should start working his way up the leaderboard a bit here. Halfaker, importantly, still will end up in second as the current standings will be updated as he came across the line for the 3 points that time. And Kovalchuk, your current leader, picks up the big 5. A bridging group of 3 makes their way all the way up to the leaders. That includes Adams. Hafer does the final work to kind of bring it back together again. Brings up number 33, Andy Lynch, as well. Points totals have been updated. The results currently stand with Kovalchuk in first, now with 18 points. Halfaker in second, as called just a moment ago, now with 11 points. After that, it gets pretty slim pickings for the points. It's spread out very thin. Matty Hers in third. 3 riders all in third, each with 3 points apiece. Matty Hers, Quinn Kennedy, and Harrison Devine. So we go from a rider with 18, a rider with 11, all the way back to 3 points after that. It's the haves and the have-nots right now in the points race. 2 sprints remaining. You can expect Kovalchuk to have a good result in a race night like this. A slightly smaller field. He's a dominant rider, an elite speedster, savvy and very smart when it comes to how to race a points race, and just such overall good athleticism. No surprise to see him at the top of the leaderboard right now. As I mentioned before, I have been surprised and dumbfounded that I haven't been paying enough attention to Halfaker. He is racing really well this season and showing it off really well again here tonight, separating himself from this field just with 2 sprints remaining. Ludo Max off the front by maybe about 10-15 meters with Scott Grinsell in tow. At 6 to go, there's that bell again. Grinsell pulling up. Ludo Max staying in position. Here comes number 2, Devine. He brings with him 4. That's Fairbanks. In the Stars and Stripes with that red helmet. The light pink of Kovalchuk in position again, doing exactly what he's done on this track time and time again. He hits turn 3 and picks up the pace even a bit more. An uncatchable sprint effort that he does every single time these point sprints are going on. Kovalchuk for 5 again. There's number 14, number 22, number 4, and Harrison Devine, number 2, picks up 1 point this time. So Matty Hers doing some big work there. He was one of the several riders that's kind of in that middling ground. He's trying to separate himself from what might end up being a third-place finish if he can just find some more points in this last sprint. But that was a big effort there for Hers. He'll sit up and try to find his way into the field again. Meanwhile, Devine on the front, trying to keep charge of things. Results coming shortly. We'll get one more check to the leaderboard before this finish and see how things stand. Kovalchuk winning that sprint. Nothing should change at the top. Halfaker not involved this time. He'll still be in second, but the difference between second and third will have been shortened just a little bit here. In first with 23 points, Zach Kovalchuk. In second with 11, still Aaron Halfaker. In third now, Matty Hers, number 22. A couple riders in fourth with 4 points each, Harrison Devine and Keegan Fairbanks. The last sprint worth 10 points, so what really could happen here? Realistically speaking, second place isn't safe. So Halfaker needs to know he sat out that last sprint, possibly with a big intention of knowing he needs to be involved in this last sprint. But by doing so, he does open up that door where now that second place position feels a little bit more threatened. And this move from Lynch and Wilson really changed things up pretty dramatically. So number 33, number 5 off the front. This forces a response from number 2, Harrison Devine, who starts getting on top of things. Hafer and Kovalchuk also follow in suit. Nolan Adams now also in a position kind of off the front of this field a little bit. Again, it's 2 riders off the front. We're talking Chris Wilson and Andy Lynch, the 2 riders in position right now for this final sprint. And here we go. It's 1 to go. Final lap of the night for the points race for this Cat 1-2 field. Lynch and Wilson off the front. Hafer chasing it down. Kovalchuk will have to do more of the work now to get up there. The second effort coming from the middle of the field. Number 7 coming into sight. Kovalchuk doesn't want to surrender the front. Going back to the leader, Chris Wilson takes over on the front of the lap. Lynch is going to let him go. Back to the field. And Baker with a big attack on this final lap. So some new riders get to come to the front on the final sprint. It's going to be number 5 for 10. Number 33 for 6. Number 7 for 4. And whoa, I don't know. Last time I said it wasn't 37, I was wrong. I think it was 37 that time, barely over number 4, but that's too close to call. We'll have to wait on the officials on that one. Big points at the end of the race for Chris Wilson, and that's going to be enough to move him up several positions from having 0 points to all of a sudden having 10 in this race. Puts you into a top 5 without question. So a good final lap there for the rider in green to pick that one up. Andy Lynch similarly with that move, well positioned. Not going to do enough to dethrone Kovalchuk from the top on that particular race, but a fun conclusion nonetheless, and a good one for the Cat 1-2s as they exit and we prepare for our next group, almost ready to come out onto the track. Cat 3s, I think our track is clear. Let's bring them on up. Cat 3s to the rail for your points race. Cat 3s to the rail for the points race. We have 2 races left tonight. If you're still here with us at the Velodrome, thank you for being a part of the live crowd. Good to have so many of you with us today on what turned out to be a pretty lovely evening. Beverage Garden's still open. More racing to come here tonight. Our final 2 points races. We've got the Cat 3s and then the Open Women to close out tonight's race program. Riders now into the neutral for this points race tonight. Lap card showing 20 to go. This will be a Another standard points race format, a 4x5. Junior Takeover weekend does continue with more great racing. Tomorrow we're going to be starting up the main event at 5, and it's all juniors all the time. And then Sunday is a 2 p.m. start for our sprint focus day, and we will be broadcasting those events as well. So whether you're here to cheer on the kids in person or you're out there online, you can check it out. Again, we'll be broadcasting and enjoying some great racing tomorrow at 5 p.m. That's Saturday, and then Sunday at 2 for the sprints. All in an effort to celebrate and enjoy some great racing on the behalf of these juniors that have made their way to Redmond, Washington for this Junior Takeover here in 2026. Sound of the whistle, racing's underway. 20 laps to go. First bell at 16. If you're still out there enjoying the live stream, if you're out there on YouTube rewatching it later, don't forget to leave that thumbs up, get a little bit of support for us. All that YouTube nonsense I got to throw in here every once in a while just to remind everybody that, yes, indeed, we are trying to gather more support, more followers, more subscribers. Really helps us out. Feel free to share the video with friends and family. Let them know about the great things we're doing up here in Redmond, Washington to keep track cycling thriving and alive and well. We appreciate your viewership and your support. Slightly smaller field tonight for our Cat 3s, but there's still plenty of speedy riders amongst this group, especially from our junior age. We'll see how this one plays out tonight. One of our juniors there at the very front, Rocco Alexander, number 317. Tim Wong for triple shot, number 331, takes over on the lead of the lap. Bell next time around. Calder Hardigan on the front of the lap this time, number 320. There's your first bell for points, and there's the first acceleration to respond to it. Villanueva on the lead of the lap now. Chang right on the wheel. Down the back straight, Jared Elog, third position now. Starting to get some room for himself above that red line. Elog. Great turn of speed to finish this one. Should be able to take over on the lap for the 5 points. Number 306. Ooh, 328 I think may have still held on to it. 328, 320 were the next two across the line. I believe that was Cody Chang, 326 for the 1 point to close out that one. Wait on the confirmation for that second and third place. That could swap either way. We had some close sprints here tonight for the points. It does go the way of Villanueva on that first sprint for 3 points. Just barely ahead of Calder Hardigan. Your top points getters on that first sprint. Let's check the results. In first place with 5 points is Jared Elog. In second with 3, Oliver Villanueva. In third with 2, Calder Hardigan. And in fourth with 1, Cody Chang. Everybody else looking for their first points tonight. Stretched out in nearly single file. Pretty standard format so far for this points race. Go for the bell, then sit back into sort of static formation. Now sitting wide across the track in preparation for this bell. So hesitation before the speed. Looking left, looking right. There's 5 riders across the track right now. The bell's ringing. Waiting for the move. It's Isaiah West, winner of the scratch race, taking over on the lap now. Can't get away without having a bit of a target on your back after winning the scratch race the way that Isaiah did. Off the front for several laps to finish the race. Now leading the lap on this point sprint. Calder Hardigan now taking over the front, right alongside of him. West and Hardigan coming out of the home straight. Calder for the 5. That's 320. First across the line, 326. 312. Some movement from the front here now. Ryder looking around, trying to see who's responding, if anybody at all. Anybody going to answer the call of Cody Chang, number 326? It'll be Matt Beers, 308. And Peter Snowman, 379, starts to lead the field a little bit closer. He'll swing up and let Javi take over now in the lead. Results coming in. We'll check the leaderboard here in just a moment. It was 317 scored for a single point on the previous sprint, so Rocco Alexander bumps up with 1 point now. In first with 7 is Calder Hardigan. In second with 5 is Jared Elog. In third with 4, Cody Chang. In fourth with 3, Oliver Villanueva. And in fifth with 2, Isaiah West. The points are very much ordered very numerically in a pleasing fashion. There's only 6 missing, so 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1 are the current points. 2 off the front is still Matt Beers, who pulls out of the way for Cody Chang. The junior now in the lead of the lap. For the field, Mike Westover pulls out of the way. William Huang quickly also getting out of the way. Not quite wanting to catch here. Only 2 sprints remaining. Colin Dunlap, number 302 in the purple. Doing the work now to keep it close. You're 2 off the front, getting the bell. Chang and Beers. That's Villanueva, 328, leading the way now for that field. Close behind. Isaiah West in striking position above the red line, now starting to accelerate his way towards these leaders. Elog following the wheel of West. Hardigan also in position as they work their way up towards the leaders. Matt Beers still on the lead of the lap. The catch starting to come together as they hit turn 4. Beers still in scoring position. Beers can hold on for 5. West for 3 this time. Then it's Elog and Hardigan. I'm not sure of the order. Leaders will sit up, let this thing move back together again. Rest needed on the front. But just as we say that, Isaiah West, he's a threat to do this. We saw what he did in that scratch race. So he threatens this type of attack again, and nobody's doubting him now. Hardigan responds almost immediately. Something about fool me once, fool me twice. Leaderboard update after the previous sprint. It's Calder Hardigan in the lead with 8. Jared Logan second with 7. 2 riders in third with 5 points apiece. Isaiah West and Matt Beers. In fifth with 4 points is Cody Chang. Villanueva with 3 points is currently in 6th. Rocco Alexander in 7th with 1. Other riders all sitting with 0 points currently. Now coming into our final sprint here very soon, I should say. It's not quite the sprint lap. They're seeing 2 to go. Next time around, bells ringing for their final sprint. This race is wide open. The difference between the leader and second place is a single point, and the difference between first and second back to third is just 3 points. So this race is very far from decided. This final sprint will determine an awful lot, as many times we see in these short points races, especially when it gets shared around like this. There's so many different riders that have picked up a point here or there. It means that nobody's been able to really pick up a stockpile. Nobody has an insurance policy to sit this one out. And at 1 to go, it's West that works his way to the front to start this thing off. That's a tough place to be for the rider from Liquid Velo. Can you capitalize from that lead position? With all these riders chasing him down on this lap, your leader, Calder Hardigan, is in a really good position. About 2 bikes back now. He's working his way forward right behind Colin Dunlap, the rider in purple, as they hit the turn. Dunlap still in the lead of the lap. Here comes your leader trying to wrap around on the corner. It's tight at the front. So many riders fighting for the points. Hardigan in position still. Dunlap, for the final 10 will be 3:02, then 3:20, and then William Huang in the final lap, 3:01, picking up 4 points. I think that's 3:06, Jared Elog for 2. Dunlap with the big 10. Because Hardigan picks up 6, giving him a total of 14, I still think that'll be enough to hold on to the victory for rider 320, Calder Hardigan. Unofficially, the early call will go in his direction. Track is clear. Next group to the rail. Bonus points if you hit the exiting riders on their way out. Double points. There you go. What's a little hit and run to start your points race, you know? For our last race of the evening, the open women now can be up to the rail, are racing in a 20-lap 4x5 points race. About ready to get their start. Group all together should be getting their start here momentarily. This last race of the evening, the Open Women, the points race. Gets your whistle, racing underway. There we go. We're still here. We're still cheering. Your winner of the first race on the lead of the lap right now, Kelly Darlene, winning back in the scratch with a breakaway effort with Durfee. Two riders who I marked in that neutral lap saying right away, these are two that kind of keep your eye on. And I can't help but say I think this is another race for them to show up big time. The first sprint's going to be the most contested. Who's going to pick up the first points? You got to go for it if you're in position. You don't want to miss the opportunity to get these points when they're available. I guarantee you at least something on this leaderboard before it gets away from you. So a lot of these riders are going to be thinking about this first one for sure. Get involved early. $18 to go, a couple laps in here. Bell up next time around. We're setting up for our first sprint here. Now, as mentioned a couple laps back, be aggressive in these early ones. Take the opportunity you can get it to get points when they're available. No time like the present, so I'm sure many of our riders are feeling the same way. Got to get into position for this first sprint. Sarah Lynch working her way up now towards the front, number 103, to lead the lap currently. Bells ringing for our first sprint for points. Durfee and Darlene have both worked their way towards the front, though side by side. There comes 114. Charlie Pittard into position as well. Down the sprinter's lane, Darlene. Now there goes Charlie, who I expect to want to get some of these points early in the race, but based on the way she approached that scratch race, going to try to be aggressive here. Moving up alongside the leaders. It's still Darlene on the lead of the lap, so 102 on the way for 5. It's going to be 117, 114, 108. That's Renna Fuller to clean up for that 1 point at the back end of this first sprint. Darlene, winner of the scratch, picks up the first 5, already asserting herself as the favorite for this points race. See if she can hold on to the early lead. In first place with 5 points, Kelly Darlene. In second with 3, Grace Edwards. Currently in third with 2 is Charlie Pittard. And in fourth with 1, Renna Fuller. The rest of the leaderboard showing zeros right now. Next bell at 11 to go. Oh, thanks to the Darwin fans. If I caught you before you left, thanks for wishing well. Great to have you again on line and enjoying the show tonight. If you're still with us. And yeah, more great racing this weekend. We talked about it a few times already. Just plug it one more time. The Junior Takeover continues throughout the rest of this weekend. We'll start up again with another event for just the kids tomorrow at 5 o'clock. Durfee off the front. That's number 111. Not in those first points, but now trying to get into position, scoring ahead of the rest of the field. That's Petard, number 114, who was in the first point sprint, also off the front. There's Cafiso, number 202, and now the chase is on as the bell's ringing. Beatrix Moran for Devo, number 116, nearly up to the leaders, bringing with her Darlene. I think Darlene's going to just try and leapfrog her down the backstretch if she can. She starts to make the move up now. Darlene looking like she'll be able to close this thing down and take over on this lap again. Durfee's not going to let it be easy, though. Good move for Neve. Takes over on the front. Darlene still in pursuit. Not to be stopped, though. 102 flying in for the points. 102, 111. 202 and 114 I got on that one. 202 is Cafiso. And it's right now between the leaders and the rest of the chasing riders as Cafiso's almost up there. We saw a move like this from her in the scratch race. Can she get this one home? I'm rooting for her to get through this tough bridging effort and maybe get up to the leaders this time. She missed out on the break in the scratch race. We saw this exact same thing happen with Durfee and Darlene at some point during the scratch, and it looks like it's happened again. Can anybody get up there? Cafiso is the next closest rider, almost there. Your points totals after the recent updates. In first with 10, Kelly Darlene. A tie for second between 3 riders, all with 3 points. Grace Edwards, Charlie Petard, and Neve Durfee. In fifth with 2 is Cafiso, and in sixth with 1 is Renna Fuller. You can see the field 7 strong back here, and they are pretty far off the pace of the leaders, about 150 meters behind almost now. The leaders looking very smooth. We saw this in the scratch race. It's not surprising to see it happen again here in the points race. It just shows the dominance those two have tonight. Really good endurance. Might as well use it. This bridging group of 3, Cafiso falls back to the bridge of 3. The next closest group on the track. So they're continuing to hold on as best they can. And then you have the charging field heading now into turn 3. They're still on their turn, looking pretty consistent. Not a bell lap just yet. Here's your chasers. This bridge of 3 still working their way towards the leaders. Losing a little bit of time, though, lap after lap. So I'm not going to see them make a catch anytime soon, are we? Essentially, this is going to become a sprint between 2 for the top 2 points. And we've seen what's happened between Darlene and Durfee before. It's often gone to the rider in blue when they're in this position. And then the sprint for the single point and the 2 points are going to go to the chase of 3 here. So 116 on the lead of the chase. That's Beatrix Moran. She's got Cafiso now taking the lead of that group. Back to the leaders to see if anything's changed. What we've seen several times here is blue take the lead of the lap as they come to the line, and that's exactly what's happening here again. It will be Darlene, then Durfee. Back to the chase, coming through the middle of the turn. The fight for 2 and 1 now. And Cafiso fighting for it. Will get it. That's 202, just ahead of 117. Grace Edwards, 117 for 1 point there. Cafiso for 2. Not really any noticeable progress to the leaders. They're still well up there. The chase gets back together again, all 3 of them. Staving off this field, ensuring themselves points in each of the upcoming point sprints is important, although I should say each of the upcoming. There's 1 more left. A bell at 1, and that'll be the end of this one.
For our racers on the infield that are looking for prize money, if you place top 3 or 4 or run some preems, I have your money at the podiums. That way you can buy some shaved ice and tacos.
Leader saying 3 to go. They're nearly a half lap. I'd call them a half lap up on the field now. So about a 200 meters advantage to your leader as the field coming out of turn 4. Here's your chase just now crossing the finish line. So the landscape has become pretty much locked in. This chase of 3 will be fighting over likely the 2 points in the 4-point position in that final sprint. The field left out of the points. Leaders getting a little bit of love from the home crowd at 2 to go. Darlene in the lead with 15 points. Durfee in second with 6. They will likely end in that same order after the final sprint. 2 riders with 4 points apiece tied for third is Edwards and Cafiso. So the race for third looking pretty interesting here. Cafiso and Edwards, the 2 that got points in that previous sprint in this chase. But now look at this. The field has started to close this gap down. So the chase, just as I was talking about how static it's gotten in the positioning, the field does some serious work. It's Westover that closes the gap. The bell's ringing for the leaders. 1 to go. The field, interestingly though, the catch has come together and got sleeping a little bit there. Westover decided to put in a lot of effort to bring this back together, give the field a chance to get some points. Edwards and Cafiso in a tie for third, only with 4 points. So this final sprint so important for the order of so many of these riders. Field now engaged in this final sprint. Durfee fighting for the final 10 onto the home straight. Let's see how this finishing order goes. Durfee for 10, Darlene for 6. Darlene will be your champ here in the points race. Once again, back to the back straight. We've got ourselves a good sprint put together here. Lynch up high, up at the blue line, trying to roll around. Good acceleration from Sarah Lynch coming up to the front. This will be a big change for the order here in this good finish for number 103. 117 picking up a very important 2 points, though. I think Edwards will hold on to third after picking up 2 there. And that'll throw Lynch up into fourth, I think, with 4 points unofficially. A big jump for a couple of these riders. Some good moves there at the end and a fun finish for the points race tonight. Well, friends and fans of the Velodrome, thank you again for being with us. That is the conclusion of our race program. For all of you that are still here, let's hear one more big round of applause for our athletes for putting on such a fantastic evening of racing for all of us. Thank you. Eyes up. We do have some athletes still rolling around here, so keep your eyes peeled. Thank you. Couldn't do this without all the support of so many of you out there, our staff that have been working the event, our volunteers, of course, our officiating staff who do a fantastic job here as well, our live stream crew up here supporting me and the broadcast, and most importantly, our athletes. Thank you for a fantastic evening. Junior Takeover, much more to go this weekend. Tomorrow is clinics, and then again, a 5 p.m. event start time for both our broadcast as well as, of course, we got a great evening of racing here if you want to join us in the park. Sunday afternoon racing also, don't miss that. Our sprint tournament event happening for the juniors on Sunday. A fun weekend of junior racing going on. Once again, thank you everybody for being on and joining us. My name is Corey. I've been happy to be your host today and through all this great racing. Really a wonderful event, seeing all the juniors out here in such great number. Our competitors from across the state, up and down the coast, making racing really excellent, really fast. Turned out to be a really beautiful evening. Can't wait to have you back for some more tomorrow. We're going to be racing here again. It's going to be mass start starting at 5. Looks to be pretty good weather again all weekend long. Should be a great show and a great time. Thank you once again for joining us, and we look forward to hosting you again for more great racing action here at the Jerry Baker Memorial Velodrome.